officially survived 1,000 days on our Minecraft hardcore world. And to celebrate this special moment, I figured that we'd combine all of the episodes of all of our amazing builds and all the things that we've done in this world and combine them into one giant movie. This is a pretty special series because this is also the longest I've ever survived in Minecraft without using any totems at all. This is a totemless hardcore run, and I think we're doing pretty amazing in this world. And if you guys go on to enjoy this movie, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Join the PaulGG army, and here's to 1,000 Days the movie. Okay, and here it is, our first official... Okay, here it is, our first official spawn point in the new world. It looks like we're on an island, stranded in the ocean, on an island. Okay, probably not. It looks like there's more land that way, but we should be fine because there's everything on this island that I could ever dream of. All right, we should be good to go on all the starter essentials that you need in Minecraft, and it's about time we hit the dusty trail, even though the sun's about to set. That's because we got a lot of things to do today. In this video, I got a lot of different things that I need to get done, such as finding a place to live, because that's always super important in Minecraft. I also want to try to get some diamond gear so that we can get really OP really fast. And then most importantly, I want to flex on some villagers, because that's also a Minecraft essential. Like it's day one of Minecraft. First episode, you gotta flex. Oh, that's not villagers. Hold on, let me go to sleep before I go attempt to raid this thing, because day one, this might be hard. That's maybe one of the dumber things I've ever done in Minecraft, but I mean, it might pay out. I don't really know yet. We need to see what kind of loot's gonna be in this thing, which it looks like the loot's terrible. It's quite literally terrible. However, we ball, it's fine. Oh, wait a second, there's a village. Okay. I get to still flex on villagers. I just got to get out of here without dying. See you later, guys. Ow. Stop, that hurts. And then we also got a ruined portal as well. So, of course, I'm going to snag up all that loot. Everything the light touches belongs to me. Okay. It is also not that great. Apparently, every chest I open in this world... Oh, wait a second. I need iron. Iron aside, at least I do get to flex on villagers. I get to steal all their stuff and call them cute. Yeah, you heard me. Of course, you can't flex on villagers without recycling the iron golem and stealing all the iron from him, which means now I can make an iron pick. Okay, what am I doing here? Come on now. And now with my iron pick, I can get the gold block from the ruined portal. And with flexing on all the villagers all done and out of the way, it is time to try to find a place called home, which in my OG, and if you remember it, and if you guys saw my very first hardcore world back when I was terrible at building in Minecraft, I do mean terrible, I built basically an underwater city. It was a kingdom underwater, and it was glorious and beautiful. And now I've been thinking about it and toying with the idea of potentially doing that again. And I kind of like this coastline, how it's like a raised portion of land. What do I want to call this? What are those things in Ireland where it's like a giant, like a thing where it's like, you know, the cliffs? No, I don't know. Anyways, I'm thinking about doing something potentially with that. Actually, maybe with this mountain. I have another idea. Oh, I'm looking at this mountain. However, if I do something with this mountain, this is going to be really big. Yeah, I think we're going to use the mountain. So in a way, I suppose that we kind of have found a place called home. Pretty quick into this, actually. But if I'm going to turn this into a giant mega mountain base, that's going to require a lot of diamonds and diamond pickaxes, tools. And to get diamonds, we're going to have to go caving. So, deep slate coal is supposed to be like rare or something. I think people always say it is, but yeah, I'm just going to mine it. And now what should be plenty of diamonds later, I hope, we'll see. We've come across this, an ancient city. High risk, high rewards, potentially. A part of me doesn't even want to touch this thing right now, but another part of me is telling me I must. We shall give in to temptation and loot a couple boxes, because if I'm able to get some diamond gear out of this, then that means more diamonds for pickaxes later. Instead, I get duty butt cheeks. I know you can get some diamond armor out of these, which could come in handy. I just gotta be careful. Yep, there's a shrieker right there. You gotta be careful. I did survive 100 days in an ancient city world, and if you guys haven't seen that video, I highly recommend it because it is a constant state of stress. But you could say that I'm kind of a professional. We're just gonna go this way. and run on the carpet. Ooh, I do see more diamonds though. Sheesh. Another part of me is kind of regretting this because it's like the chest, it's up there, and I don't want to go to it because there's a shrieker, but YOLO swaggins, it's what we're here for. Please don't spawn. Just don't do it. You don't gotta. You really don't. All right, W. Oh, and then we got diamond pants. That's what I'm talking about. Saving some diamonds. Ooh, a mending book too. Sheesh. Uh-oh. Okay, I set off a third. I think that means he's gonna spawn. No? Either way, I'm gonna leave. Can't handle this right now, actually. I was looking forward to getting some free diamond gear. But no, there's just too many shrinkers. You know what? Screw it. We're leaving. We're leaving. We're leaving. We're leaving. Yeah, I don't want to be any part of this anymore. Now checking diamonds off the list. Next thing on the agenda, real quick, I'm going to whip together a little dookie shack of a house that I can be able to sleep in. I mean, you got to start from something. You can't just jump straight into, you know, giant mega mountain base. You know, you gotta start at a dirt hut at least, right? I mean, come on. I don't want to make the villagers feel that bad. Wow, would you just look at that? How marvelous. A nice little third hut. Anyways, while my materials are all smelting up, what I'm gonna do is just craft up some diamond gear so that I could pretty much be unstoppable in every way, as well as some tools. Just realized I made two axes. That's not what I wanted to do, but hey, kind of sucks making an extra axe because wouldn't I want to make more diamond pickaxes since I do got to mine through a giant mountain? I could make 4, almost 5. But now I think about it, couldn't I also just level a villager? They sell enchanted pickaxes, and that's busted. Busted. But if I'm going to get a lot of diamond pickaxes, then I'm going to have to level up a toolsmith, which means I need a lot of money. Which, to get a lot of money really fast, I should level up a Fletcher. Thank you, because then I could just sell them sticks. And to get a lot of sticks, I'm gonna have to chop down a lot of trees. So you see where I'm going with this. Now, instead of watching me chop down trees, guys, I'm here to tell you that I'm partnered up with G Fuel. And if you didn't know that, I'd be amazed because I love G Fuel. I drink it all the time. It's how I get my clean source of energy, and you guys could too if you guys use code PaulGG at checkout. Sometimes my code's 30% off. Most of the time it's 10% off. However, you get G Fuel at a discount. Use my link down below. I'm sucking on some PewDiePie. Back to trading with villagers, and now I can officially and finally buy diamond enchanted pickaxes, and they have efficiency, which is obviously super OP. And I got some efficiency axes so I can chop down more trees to get more money to be able to then buy even more pickaxes. However, now that I have an infinite supply of diamond pickaxes with efficiency, mind you, next thing on the agenda is finally getting started on building our mountain base, which I will probably be going through these pickaxes relatively fast, but again, easy to get, easy to dispose, don't really care. My goal for this mountain base essentially is going to be to mine out a giant tunnel right here, but it's got to look terraformed to the point that it looks very natural to the mountain. I guess we'll see how that goes. I might add like a fancy entryway, I don't know. But I am going to need a lot of dirt to kind of smooth it out. I want it to look semi-natural, like I guess a secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Give me. Or I might just go all out and make this thing just stand out and look epic. Yeah, probably the latter. Either way, let's get started. Okay, maybe I should have focused on getting some enchanted shovels because, yeah, it's turning out to be more dirt. I thought it was going to be like a thin layer of dirt and then just nothing but stone. I thought it was going to be a ton of stone, which I mean, it is, but there's more dirt. Either way, I guess let's get to shovel mining. There we go. Now we officially have our mountain tunnel. It's super long, and honestly, I kind of love it. This thing is gonna look super cool at the end of it. I tried to blend in the back side of it as much as I could because the back side, this is gonna be like a little garden. Let me give you guys the pre-built tour. The garden is gonna be in the back over here, which overlooks this beautiful landscape. Oh, there's bees. Nice, that's cool. That's okay. Anyways, the front door over here, I'm thinking all glass. pretty much the entire thing in glass, except a giant wood beam entrance. Most importantly, though, we got to change out these floors. And I'm thinking oak wood pretty much all the way throughout. Maybe a front porch over here should look good. And I hope it was worth it, though, because I went through pretty much 3 efficiency diamond axes, and my current one's almost dead. So I really hope this was worth it. So here, let's just get to swapping that out. There we go. Now that looks much better. Now no more dirt and cobblestone on the ground. All we got to really work on is the roof and then the entryway, which luckily for the roof, what I want to do is line it with stone brick stairs. And I already set up an auto smelter, so this thing's been chugging along the entire time that I've been working on this tunnel pretty much. All the cobblestone I've been taking out of the chests and putting it in here, which just to make some people happy. It's very specific amount of people that in the comments section that always get so upset for some reason, specifically upset about whenever I don't use one of these stone cutters, because everyone gets mad whenever I just do this and I make stone bricks. I'm sure that triggered them right now. However, when you make stone bricks, I'm pretty sure it's the same amount, right? Like how many was that? That was like what, 30? So then if I put 30 right here, I do that, it gives me, yeah, 30. Did I do that right? I'm stupid. Either way, I think this is only good if you make stairs, so I'll use it because, you know, like I said, I'm doing a lot of stairs and stairs, but nobody cares that I'm in my underwears. I'm just gonna take this with me. Now all I need to do is essentially get to placing down all of the stairs along the roof. Now, finally, with the entire thing covered in stone brick, I'm liking this a lot, first of all, because it still gives off kind of like a cavey feel, like you're in the mountain. You got the dirt and then you got the stone. But with this all out of the way, now it's time to work on the entryway, the library, the storage area, my bedroom. But to work on that entryway, I'm going to need some sand. All right, now let's just get shoveling. And now with all that sand smelted down into glass, now I can actually begin building this entryway, which is pretty much all going to be windows, except for, hopefully I line this up right, the actual doorway. The actual doorway needs to be something solid, because doors up against windows, don't do it, guys. It looks ugly, I'm not gonna lie. There we have it. Here's our entryway. I opted for the stone route for the actual door itself, but otherwise it's pretty much just glass all the way around it. That's all it is. Now with the entryway done, what I want to start working on is essentially what's gonna end up being my bedroom. My goal is for this bedroom to be lifted up off the ground, so it adds a bit of dimension to this place, because I mean, it is a very just flat tunnel. I need to make sure that this platform is wide enough to be able to have bed and a couple chests and, you know, all the essential things that you have in a bedroom in Minecraft. But I also would like for there to be an enchantment area up here, where it'll essentially be the library upstairs. And then underneath the platform, what I'm going to do is chop up a lot of this and basically make it a recessed platform. Reese pieces. I want to make it drop down a little bit. Drop it low. And here we go. Now we pretty much got our our bedroom all set up. As plain as it looks. I mean, I need to decorate, okay? Give me some time. I need to decorate this. But this essentially, this strip right here will be the bedroom, and then right here will be the enchantment table. I'll probably, wait, is this centered? Yeah, okay. Yeah, enchantment table, bam, right here, and then I'll surround it with some bookshelves. Got another staircase going down right here. Got the recessed platform. This will essentially be the kitchen, the smelting area, stuff like that. And then over here will be the storage room. Now, the storage room, I realized I'm not gonna have time to build in this video. I wanted it to be like redstone-y and like maybe an elevator even, something like that. Regardless though, now I would say it's pretty much time to start decorating this whole thing and kind of getting it into the vibey look of a home. And now finally, the house, I would say, is decorated enough to where it looks pretty swanky. We got these support beams because last thing we want is our house collapsing on us. Minecraft physics, am I right? Built up some chandeliers inside the house so that, you know, we're able to actually have some distributed lighting and I don't need a torch spam anymore, I hope. I mean, we'll find out when mobs are spawning on me in my sleep. We got our little kind of kitchen area all set up, so all of our finished food will be in here, and then all of our trash food and rotten potatoes and stuff will go here. Like I said, for building up the storage room, this is going to take some time because what I'm envisioning is basically a storage room that is kind of squared like this outline, but this would be filled with glass, and then you could see a giant tunnel just all the way down, and it's gonna be chest. Hope you know what I mean. It'll look good either way. Got some nice big open windows into our garden that we could overlook the valley, and it's just, oh, peaceful. Now, the only part of the house I don't really care for right now is the front. The front of the house is meh. Now, I'm taking suggestions. If you guys want to suggest anything to do with the front of this house, let me know. But what I'm thinking about doing currently, on my mind, what's going to happen is I'm going to build kind of an underground staircase water slide system that'll then go into the ocean. And I'm thinking about building another ocean city, something like that. But we'll see. For the most part, I'm kind of vibing with this house. It's just got a nice mountainy aesthetic. I've never really built like an in-mountain base kind of like this, and honestly, for the first time, I think I did a little schwanky job. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, there's a lot to come and a lot of things that we still gotta build and a lot of things to do. And with our base completed and episode 1 out of the way, now it is time to begin episode 2, where I want to build up a glass village. But first, probably gonna need some enchantments because, well, this pickaxe, it's just got none. No enchantments. And so that's the first thing we need to do today, is pretty much just work on getting those enchantments, which shouldn't be too hard. All I really need is some obsidian and do I still have diamonds? It should still be in the dirt shack because I haven't fully moved into the new house yet because, well, I haven't really played much on this world other than when I've recorded, which, yeah, we're in the clear. We got plenty of diamonds. Yeah, if you guys missed the last episode of Oh No, Not Another Hardcore series, we built up an epic tunnel base. It's literally a tunnel in a mountain. And this is just our starter base. We got a lot to come and a lot of things we're going to change, but enough about the house. We need to get started on building an enchantment table. Since I do got some levels, we should be able to easily get something like Silk Touch on a pickaxe, so then I could be able to mine up tons of stone with ease, which I figured I'd start off by getting rid of this little eyesore over here in the river. Tired of looking on my front window. I can't believe the HOA hasn't contacted whoever built this piece of crap. Oh my god, there's more gold. And now that I got all that obsidian, I did just realize actually I need books. I literally have no books. I mean, well, I have one book as mending. But I definitely don't want to get rid of that. But I'm also going to need a whole lot of books, like a ton of bookshelves also, because I have to make a whole library. So now there's two ways I could go about this, actually. I could either A, just beat Minecraft, go to the stronghold, get a bunch of bookshelves, and then slay the dragon. Or B, I could just head on over to this village and just farm more villagers. Which now that I'm here at the village, I realize there isn't even a lectern here. Really is a sad day for rain. So unfortunately, it looks like I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Gonna need to get some sugar cane and craft all that into paper, and then just get some leather from these cows. And just craft up a few books and some bookshelves, and lastly a lectern, so that now I can finally hire a book boy. Yeah, you want that job. And then I can buy bookshelves, but I want him to also sell a book. Like, you got to be somewhat useful, right? That's always lecterns, man. This guy's gonna give me a hemi. Impaling in a bookshelf. What's going on down here? What are you doing down there? You get out of that hole. There you go. Saved a life today. See how heroic those acts were? Now you're gonna give me a good trade? No? Okay. Respiration 1. You know, screw it. I'm over it. I'm just literally gonna take this. All right. I need to get some more emeralds real quick from trading with Fletchers. And finally, after all that grinding, we should have plenty. I need 15. Oh wait, no, okay. Oh no, he stopped selling them. No! That's fine. That's fine. I still got paper. I could just craft a few. Just I need leather. I'm sorry. No! Now I should have plenty of books for my enchantment table, as well as all the bookshelves that I'm going to need to wrap around this thing, which I figured the way I wanted to do this is something like this, I think. How I wanted it. It was like, I wanted it. I'm having poo brain. What level is this? 25? Oh no. What level's this? 28? Oh no. I want to make this taller and fill in the sides and stuff like that, but you know, bookshelves, we need more of them. I know. Okay, and that should be plenty now. 30, beautiful. And now begins the fun part of attempting to get Silk Touch. Wow, Fortune 3. Okay, how about we keep that one? Go ahead and craft up another pickaxe and boom. All right, yeah, I should craft up a grindstone. There we go. Wait, oh my gosh, I'm already under level 30. My life sucks. All right, we're gonna try it again. And this time, never mind. Here we go. And actually, yeah, there we go. That's actually it. Unbreaking 3, efficiency, and Silk touch. Step one of creating an underwater city, even though it really doesn't feel like we're going to be building one right there at some point in this video, but we're not quite there yet because I got a million other things I still need to do. Some things such as building up a stone generator, which, I mean, it doesn't really take up much room. Maybe I just throw it right here, I guess. Clear out a little bit of space on my mountain. All I really need to do is lay down some chests, have some hoppers going into those chests, and then essentially just encase the entire thing in glass because it looks cooler that way. I'll be honest, that's literally no other benefit other than the fact that it just looks cool. Well, that and because you can still open your chest when you got glass on top of it, you know, I mean, that's kind of neat. Oh wait, no, I need stairs. I'm stupid. Then just slap a door on it and waterlog all these stairs, and then just slap some lava on top, and bada bing, bada boom, we got ourselves a beautiful stone generator momentarily. And since I got silk touch, I'm getting actual stone, and then I just turn it into stone brick, and now a day later we got a bunch of stone. Should be all the stone that we're gonna need, I hope. We'll find out. Oh no, Paul's not using the stone cutter. Oh my gosh, someone put him in jail. He's getting the same amount of stone for making stone bricks because he's not making stairs. In the last video when I built up our starter base, I asked you guys what I should do in the front because, well, it's kind of confusing and it just is this giant open space. A lot of you guys said build a living room. Some of you guys said, I don't know, ruin the whole base because it's ugly. And I'm like, you know what? That hurts my feelings. But to all of you, I say, okay, well, fine. Yeah, hurt my feelings. Whatever. I'm going to turn this into a really cool cave system that goes all the way down into a nice little lagoon that then I could jump on a boat and then go all the way out to the water where this underwater city is going to be. I'm going to real quick just kind of outline this entire thing like so, and then kind of just dig all the way down until I'm about sea level. I should probably figure out what sea level is. And as I was saying, I need to basically just dig all the way down to Y level 62 or so. And I want this to feel kind of like a natural looking tunnel, like a cave that just goes all the way down. So actually, you know what? I have a way better idea to do this. Just need to get a little bit of sand real quick and also get a little bit of this gunpowder. Oh, gosh. And then let's just craft up some TNT, which, okay, I only got 6. It'll do. First, let's dig a decent bit away from the house. I'm not blowing up my floors. And now all we need to do is set down a little bit of TNT, strike it, and it should fall hopefully far enough to not hit me. Ow. Okay, it's not really going to give that kind of blast effect. Maybe I just wasted some time. I don't really know. I need a lot more TNT. I'm kind of sad. This is giving me mixed emotions. Maybe I just mine all the way. I'm stupid. Oh, would you look at that? We got ourselves a cave underneath us. This actually should help out a lot because that means a lot less mining for me. Hey, how's it going, guys? What potion effect do you have? Tell me. And then now that I got the dropper tunnel all set up, all I really need to do is kind of enclose this entire thing. I want to make, like I said, like a cave type of lagoon thing. Every time I drop down from the base, it's into this nice, beautiful, peaceful little homemade cave. But of course, I got to fill it with water as well. That's, you know, that's a later thing. And then now all that's really left to do is just connect this with a tunnel all the way to the ocean, where I'll pretty much just be funneling all of the villagers I capture. By that I mean hire, of course. I don't capture anyone. Finally, daylight. Oh, we've made it. And then this will be where another dropper will go down into where we're building our city. So our lagoon, dropper, city. There's that parkour all the way back up here. Then now all I really need is a whole lot of glass, like a city's worth of glass. To get glass, I'm definitely gonna need more than just that little island that I've been stealing from. So we're gonna have to set sail tomorrow. Hold on, I don't want to do this at night. Ooh, and then you know what? I can actually make a brand new spoon because my current one is he's hurting. He's seen some sand. I can upgrade you. There we go. Now we got efficiency and unbreaking. And now it's time to set sail to find a desert. But not only do I need a desert, I also actually just realized I do need an ocean monument because I'm going to need a lot of sponges to be able to clear out on my human fish tank. Is it a fish tank or is it like a terrarium? You know what? I'm putting people in glass bubbles. Now, I mean, I know it ain't no desert, but we do got a beach. A pretty large one, actually. Hey, wait, this is Spawn Island. Oh, boy, look what we have here. Might that be an ocean monument? I mean, it only took me like a couple seconds to find it, but hey. Still near spawn island. And of course, before I go jumping into this ocean monument, let me grab some of this mommy milkers. And then let me also turn my render distance all the way down to help prevent mining fatigue as much as possible. You know what? I'm gonna drown in there. I just realized I didn't buy respiration for my villager earlier, and also I don't have doors. So hold on, 2 seconds. Rewind. All right, now with doors, I'm ready to bust some fishy cheeks. And there we go. Already 2 seconds in. Wow, that's pretty epic. Should have brought more milk. Either way, there should be a fishy boy right here. Ow, bro, your thorns are going crazy. Chill, chill, chill. You know what I just realized? I don't have protection on any of my armor, which makes this a lot more stressful. No, and I just got mining fatigue. No. I guess that's fine. I just need your sponge, sir. Stop resisting. Ow. Piece of cake. Nicely done. And now, quite frankly, after remembering how difficult it is to kill one of these things with no enchanted armor or anything, I think I'll just take my 1 sponge and leave. Because the houses I'm building are villager homes anyways, so they're not going to be that big, right? I'm not building mansions for these things, you know? They don't deserve it. But now, with the sponge out of the way, it's finally time to get started on getting a lot of sand. And ideally, I'd find a desert. But again, these giant beaches are getting me tempted. And while we're sailing around trying to find a desert, one thing I want to suggest to you guys, the viewers, I want your opinion. Should we do a no totem run? I've never done a no totem run. I rarely ever use totems in hardcore, but when you do, obviously, it's insanely important to have it. But I'm thinking about doing a no totem run and just surviving raw. What's up with that island? Why is there just a big tree? Is it bullying the little trees? Anyways, but yeah, back to the totem. Comment down below. Do you guys think we should do a no totem run? I think totems are pretty abused in Minecraft. Pretty easy to get. However, elytra. Now, I'm definitely never going to play Minecraft without an elytra because of this reason. I hate boating around. This is triggering me. You know what? I already hate this so much. I'm just going to start shoveling beaches. Minecraft be having these thicko mode beaches. I'm just going to take advantage of it, and I'm just going to shovel up all the sand off of them. I'm not too sure what I was worried about because honestly, these beaches are so big. I'm easily going to be able to get all the sand that I'm going to need for the city by just shoveling up the beaches. And then all I need to do while waiting for the rest of the glass to smelt is begin actually working on all of the villager homes. But first, I need to start on building in the little dropper system, which I've just pretty much mined out. The area that I'm going to first set up with some glass, all I really need to do is just kind of square this off, just like so. Then make it a tube that goes all the way down. And then I need to drain out this tunnel basically. And oh man, all I need to do is make sure that I got plenty of water down here though, so that when we fall, we're not gonna die. And it's pretty much just expand all of this. And then all I need to really do is expand this hallway as far as I want and essentially just build up a city underwater. As I try to mow the lawn, I hate the stupid kelp. Do 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 do. And finally, after flopping around in the ocean like a fish, our beautiful, amazing underwater city is not completed. We still need to do the floors. But I completely forgot how unbearable it is to build this kind of stuff underwater when you don't have respiration. So I went and bought respiration from my villager and then put it on my helmet so that then I can be able to breathe. But it's just so annoying. So annoying. Also, I completely forgot to put some doors on these houses. So let me do that real quick here. Also, let me give you guys the tour here. We got a couple of houses all the way in the back over here. I basically made them villager home shape, right? I mean, like they look kind of like a villager house with the spirally roof. Kind of hard to do the triangle roofs when you don't got stairs. I mean, glass stairs. Minecraft, please, come on. Anyways, this will be like the town center where normally there's a fountain. I guess I could build a fountain. Maybe not. I'll probably put some grass in there or something. I don't know. Got a couple more houses over here in the back. Needless to say, there's plenty of room for this to be an underwater city and have an ample amount of population of villagers, you know? But like I said, there's one major thing that we still need to do, and that's the floors, which we mined up tons of stone to be able to have stone brick so that we can easily just fill all this in all the way down, just like there we go. Now that's looking pretty snazzy. Not really, I'll be honest. I didn't finish it because I didn't really like it. It's just, when you look at it from the top down, it's just gray. It's a nice texture though, I will say that. And I know I built a stone generator and went through the trouble of getting all this stone, but it's just the more I look at it and the more the oak contrasts with the ocean, I just think like it just looks so much better. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. I decided to keep the outline of the stone brick just a little bit more contrast, you know what I'm saying? But regardless though, now this is starting to look like an underwater, I always forget about these doors. Regardless though, with the village all finished up, the next thing on the agenda is actually filling it up with villagers. Like I said, originally I was like, oh, this is kind of like a town center kind of spot, but in reality I'm like, oh, this would actually be a perfect spot to just put a bunch of jobs. So this is the working hall. So after I funnel in a bunch of villagers, I'll just drop them all in here and load up some work. And since pretty much everyone in this village already has a job, what I'm going to do is just probably kidnap. Let's go. So that at least this way I can be able to take a villager plenty far away and then lure them in with some hard work. It's usually if you just drop down their job, they'll kind of just run right to it. At least normally that's how it is when they want the job, but okay, yeah, it still works. Come on over, chief. Now jump in that boat. Hey, no, get in the boat. Oh yeah, look at this underwater city. As I expand this thing and make it bigger and attach like farms to it, it's gonna look so cool actually. All right, sir, get down the tube. Just go, don't resist, please. Come on now. Yeah, I'm on, almost there. A little bit more. A little bit. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll give you a bedroom as well with no bed. You have to sleep on the hardwood. And now all I need is one more villager. No one wants this. Sure, that's fine. I mean, I have other means. And villager number 2. Come on, stop resisting. I don't know what it is about this farmer. He's just putting up a fight. Come. Oh, you're upsetting me. New strategy. Get in the boat. You know what's gonna happen to you, sir? This is what you get for resisting. You get to take a waterfall ride. Goodbye. Whee! Welcome to your new home. And now all I need is a bunch of wool so I can be able to make beds so that then my villagers can know that it's okay to multiply because they got plenty of beds around them. So now I can be able to craft up a bed. I know, it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting. You know what else is exciting though? Baby making. So here's some potatoes. You too. You need some potatoes too? Have at it. Oh, eating in bed. Late night snack. Now, for some reason, Farmer Joe over here he's really not having the potatoes. I don't think he likes the underwater city. Maybe he needs a sea legs. I don't know. But I think Fletcher. Now, you guys just kith. And then, yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. 9 months later, we have a fully occupied city. That's the wrong door. I can't go this way. You guys enjoy yourself. Now, with that, our city finally being populated. It's all built up. It's constructed. And it's looking pretty good. Oh, I completely forgot about this. Oh my, look at that. It was magically all redone 2 hours later after finding all this moss and glowberries and everything. But regardless, it still looks beautiful. And let me give you guys the rundown. So I still haven't been to the nether, but I do need to make a bubble elevator so I can be able to go up this easily. But the other side, obviously we just drop right in. No one cares. It is what it is. We got a chest right here full of boats so that if I, lazily leave my boat all the way at the end of this tunnel like I always do, then I can just grab another one. Easy peasy. So this is basically how I get down to my villagers to go do my trading hall stuff. Except, I mean, once I get an elytra, I'll probably never use that tunnel again. But with our underwater city out of the way, it's time to begin our next project, which is building up a bunch more farms. But first things first, I'm gonna have to speed run Minecraft. Because unfortunately, there's no shortcuts to beating the game. And unfortunately, I have yet to do that actually in this world, which normally I actually beat Minecraft in the first episode because I always need that elytra, which that is why beating the game takes priority right now before I get started on building up farms. It would really suck to have to start building up farms and everything and just not even having a light. Oh, it's nighttime. Hold on. A little bit of G fuel before bed. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, as I was saying, I do got to beat the game. What I need to do is first obviously head into the nether, which I do believe we do got the obsidian. And now I plan on building a custom portal probably over there. Now that's obviously gonna be later because today we have other stuff on the agenda. And just build up my portal on the top of the hill so that when we go to make our custom portal, at least it's already in the right place. When we go into the nether, it should just be the exact same. And we are in, this might be one of my best hardcore series spawns. My gosh, and then there's a bastion. No chance, right? This actually is my best spawn I've ever had for hardcore series. 5 million if you've been watching the live streams forever on Twitch. Okay, now hopefully I don't just get roasted. I'm getting roasted. I just said I didn't want to. This is non-consensual roasting. Now all I need to do is, first of all, loot this thing, take every diamond I can out of it, but also find a blaze spawner. Would you look at that? Another fortress off in the distance. Here we go. And now that we got ourselves a blaze spawner, now we can just get blaze rods. I should probably get rid of these guys first. Ow, ow, it stings. There we go. That should be plenty of blaze rods. And you know what? While I'm crafting up these gold booties, I did just realize that I got all my gold at home, which I'm going to need that because we're going to be trading with some piglins that we can be able to that I can be able to get all my pearls, which not to worry because we live right next to the fortress. Oh, well, I say that, but now I gotta go all the way back down the stupid mountain. Can't wait to build a custom portal with a bridge, and it's gonna look really epic and cool. But until then, we suffer. And now that we've pretty much got all the gold from our base, it's time to head on over to, sheesh, look at that gold right there. Hey, chill for a second, sir. I'm walking it. I do see a lot of gold on the way. Don't mind if I do. I'll just take all of this. And now all I need to do is take care of these piggy brutes. Woo! That's what I thought, nerd. You're too small. What can I say? Other than I'm sorry. I love you. Goodbye. Anyone else hate those guys? And now with all the piglin brutes out of the way, I need to open that. You can Bye, I'm sorry. Anyways, go ahead and take literally anything of value. Ooh, our first netherite scrap. Oh my gosh. I just gotta make my way over to this giant heaping pile of gold, where you guys don't mind if I take this, right? Apparently they don't mind, because that guy should be mad, but he really doesn't care. Bro, I've been guarding that gold forever. Just please get it out of my face. Now I'll take all this gold. Oh gosh. I need to get all these guys into a hole, preferably right here. Beautiful. Then they'll trade all the gold, give me tons of pearls, because that's the only thing I desire. And they know if they give me literally anything else, I'll be mad. Please give me pearls. Please give me pearls. Sheesh, dude, look at the mustache. Oh my gosh, dude. 2 days and it's already looking like this. And stacks of gold later, we should have plenty of pearls, which means it is time to leave the nether. And now that we're all done in the nether and we got everything that we need, all I need to do is craft up some eyeballs as well as some fireworks for the road. Obviously, once I get into Elytra, it's over. I ain't never going back. I ain't walking another day in my life. But now it is time to set sail, or possibly walk. We'll see. Looks like we're walking. I mean, I'm walking. You guys get a little transition. There we go. I bet that was quite nice for you guys. Now all we gotta do is load this thing up with all the eyeballs that we're gonna need, because, well, it literally has 0 eyeballs in it. Also, I made sure to get plenty of books from the library so that we could actually expand our library at home. But now it's time to do the deed and slay a dragon. All right, dragon. It's just another Saturday night for me and you. Don't make this take a little too long, because I have a really long laundry list of things I want to do in this video. Please just shoot an arrow. There we go. Dragon is slain. Gotta suck up all my green juice. There we go. Perfect level. Wait, but we left some. No. Now all we need to do is hop into the outer ends that we can. Oh, hello. We can be able to find an end city, specifically one with an end ship. See, why can't it be this every time? I spawn on a tree and then bada bing, bada boom. Except it's never like this for me. Anyways, end ship. Thank you, kind shulker, for looking after my elytra, but I'll take it from here. And then what do we got in the chesticles? Ooh, actually these two together make quite a nice pair. I also don't even have enchanted boots, so I'll just leave those behind. Now the only thing that's left to do really is go on and fly. I was gonna say I want to fly over to the actual end city, but then I can be able to get plenty of shulker shells. Because the other thing that I need here is shulker boxes for all the projects that we're gonna be building. Not fun carrying around 1,000,000 blocks when you don't have shulker shells. Shulker boxes. I want to shulk these shulkers real quick. And there we go. Shulker shells accomplished. Now we can head back home. Wait, where's the portal? Ah, there it is. And now that we got all of our shulker boxes all set up, we're pretty much ready, other than the fact that I want to add mending onto my elytra, which we got a mending book on episode 1, and I've pretty much just been holding onto it specifically for this. I need to put them on my wangs. There you go. Beautiful. And now essentially we should be good to go on getting started on these farms. I'm sure you're probably wondering, what farms, Paul? What farms are we building today? Well, let me tell you, the good ones. One thing's for sure is I need a food farm because I neglect my farms all the time. The only farm that we got at the moment is this dookie little potato farm. But to build a food farm, I'm going to need a whole lot of villagers. So I'm going to the nether so that I could get plenty of bone blocks, so that then I could grow up all my crops, so that I can give them all to the villagers at the village next door so that they can make more babies. Because once I drain this village of all of its supply, I mean, what's the point of it? And now I'm sure you're wondering, but Paul, don't you have an underwater village? Yeah, I know. It's super cool, isn't it? Right? It's also attached to my little oasis all the way underneath the base. But the thing about this is that I can't really take villagers up out of it. It's too much work. I'm way too lazy to do that. So everyone stays, except for you. I need your iron. That will be another farm that we're going to work on, but not right now. I do need to build an iron farm, which I'm also going to need more villagers for. And now while the villagers are doing the deed, getting their job done, what I want to do is start collecting all the blocks that I'm going to need for building the farm, and also where I'm building it. Maybe I'll just finally get rid of that, and then we just big old farm right in the river. All right, well, now that we know the location, actually, what I do need though is a whole lot of stone, preferably using silk touch, that is. Now for building up this food farm, we should have everything that we need for the food farm. We got a bunch of glass, got a bunch of stone, probably gonna need Probably gonna need more of both. However, I know I said I was gonna build this on the water, but I'm worried about it might be a little bit too far away from home, and I need to make sure that this thing's fully operational while I'm in my base doing basely things. So I'm going to clear out a little area right here, make it nice and flat. And now begins the process of creating an outline for what I'm going to be calling Potato Tower. Essentially, this is the layout. We got chamber number 1 and chamber number 2, and we're going to build it up. And it's going to look amazing because it's going to be giant and vibrant, full of crops and villagers. However, villager A will sit in villager A chamber. Villager B will sit in villager B chamber. But I also need to set up the storage system before I start building this up, because I'm not really going to be opening up this chest section, so I suppose it should be fine. So yeah, it's just not openable, but it should be fine. So all the potatoes are going to funnel down further and further into more chests. I also realized I'm going to need a lot more iron for this. There should be iron golems in this village. Now the only tricky part though is going to be getting villagers all the way over there, which typically it's pretty easy when you just lure them with a job. This guy already has a job though. I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm left with no other choice but to kidnap, which kidnapping always makes it just, oh, hey, no, get back in there. No. You're getting on my last nerve. Any more potatoes? What are you doing down in the hole with the zombie? That's not where you're supposed to be. You gotta hang out in your glass bubble. There we go. Now that he's trapped in there, all I need to do is get another one. But I'm just gonna bring 2 villagers over and I'm just gonna make them breed in a hole. I just know that this is gonna be a whole lot easier because while I construct this thing, they could just be piling up tons and tons of villagers for me. And now with them out of the way, time to begin the real construction. And now finally, the food farm is finished. It's just, I don't know, I wanted to do something kind of like modern, a little bit different, how I normally would build things, I guess. And I decided to go the route of giant boxes in different directions to look really cool. I also wanted to make sure you couldn't see the dirt from underneath, although now that I'm looking at it, I can see the dirt from the inside. Yeah, it's fine. However, the way it works is just like any other food farm. You got villagers, they fill up their own inventory, then they throw it to their boy. Their boy gets intercepted by hoppers, and then then bada bing, bada boom. Needless to say, we should be in the clear. Get plenty of food out of this. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get started. That's all. Because once the villagers fully fill up their inventories, because I couldn't really get enough potatoes to fill up their inventory, then plant potatoes, I just planted. Most of these stupid iron golems are everywhere. However, next thing on today's agenda is that I need to build up a sugarcane farm because my current one is depressing. And now I've built up about a bajillion sugarcane farms. One could say that I'm kind of a professional, but I need to start off by heading down into some caves where I then can also replenish my iron. I should probably build an iron farm. But most importantly, I am here for some redstone. And there we go. Now with pretty much a full shulker box of redstone, we should be good to go on that. The only other thing that we're going to need is, now that I think about it, a lot of iron. Maybe I just build an iron farm. Here, first of all, before building an iron farm, I do have to let all the hooligans loose, which hopefully they'll just naturally gravitate the village, maybe. I hope. Because I can't have too many villagers all near each other, because then I'll ruin my iron farm. Now, since I can't have villagers too close together, what I'll do is I'll just transport over 2 villagers to a new area where I'll actually build up the iron farm. And now I've built up this iron farm probably a million times. If you guys have seen my videos, you would know that I've gotten pretty fast at building these things. Fast, in fact, that don't even blink. Oh, there it went. Did you miss it? Did you blink? I'm sure you probably did, because it happened so fast. You know, I'm just so good at building this farm. But in all seriousness though, no, this farm is really good, except I realized that I built it next to a mountain and then also a hill that was right here, and you needed it to be in a really flat area, and 8 blocks up all the iron golems actually spawn in the farm and not on the hills. However, it is like my favorite starter iron farm. It should be good enough for now, and then we'll end up building a bigger, better, and a more amazing one later down the line. The only thing I gotta wait on is for these villagers to have more babies, and then once they have more babies, iron golems will be spawning.
Day 2.
And now finally, much time later, we should be good to go to start looting this. Yes, indeed. So now we should be able to get plenty of iron for building up the sugarcane farm. The only other thing that I need a lot of, because we got redstone, we got iron, I got a cobblestone generator, so I'm not worried about that. So then the only other thing that we need is quartz, which quartz I need to get in the nether. I need a lot of it because I need to craft up a lot of observers, which this shouldn't take too long since we do have a fortune 3. Hopefully. I mean, we'll see. Now that we got a bunch of quartz, a bunch of redstone, it's time to set up all the observers. Wow, that's a lot. The only thing that's gonna be slowing me down while building the sugarcane farm is that I'm gonna need to make a lot of pistons, and that means I need more iron. So I think it's like 1 iron per piston or 2. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot, but also I'm gonna need wood. But luckily, I'm gonna build it over near the iron farm, so I'll be getting plenty of iron while constructing it at the same time. We should be fine. Speaking of construction, it is now time to officially begin construction after I enchant a new axe, because mine is terrible and it's dying. Let's just hope we can maybe we'll try again. And you know, that's still not good. But this time, oh my gosh, it's still so touch. Whatever. You know what? We roll. Now for constructing this thing, my plans are to pretty much just build it right here. So let's just start off by doing a little bit of terraforming. There we go. Now that looks much better. We got plenty of room to be able to build this thing up. Oh no, I didn't put torches below where I was placing dirt. Anyways, now for the design, I am going to be going a bit different than how I normally do, because we're on a much different version of Minecraft. Typically, I'd always build sugarcane farms with the piston and water method. However, this one, I'm going to be doing the minecart hopper method. I'm just making this as big as I think I'm going to make it. I don't know yet. I'm just kind of, you know, I'm just here right now. And right here at the end is where I'm going to be placing down a handful of chests with some hoppers going right into them. And then I will essentially just place down a bunch of rails all the way throughout, while also simultaneously putting down some redstone rails. house. Now my goal for this is that I would like more than one rail to go at the same time, you know, like it'd be ideal. So now let's just give this a bit of a test, craft up a minecart, and then just send it on its way. Now I gotta make sure it's able to go all the way around, mostly this corner. I want it to go slow over the hoppers. I mean, that's slow. I mean, yeah, all right. Not quite what I needed. And move this down a bit, place down that, and we go again. And now this time it should make it around it. Nope. Okay, we just need more. All right, now this time I'm so confident I'm gonna ride. Okay, it's going a little too fast. All right, there we go. Okay, oh, come on. Fine, I'll put the one stupid rail back, and then now it's perfect again. Now, essentially, all I need to do is place down all the dirt above the rail where all the sugarcane will be, and then also fill this in for all the water channels. So technically, it'd be better just to build this on the ground, but I think it'll just look a lot better if I just build it up. No other reason. Then all I need to do is cover up all the water. Then I can begin placing down all my pistons. And of course, can't forget about planting down all the sugarcane. And of course, can't forget about all the observers. And then just combine them all with redstone so they all go kachuga at the exact same time. Then essentially, this thing is fully functional. We do gotta kind of like decorate it. I mean, come on now. A little ugly. Figure give it that PaulGG special, you know what I'm saying? And now with that, it's fully completed. And now it should be a completely lossless, if I'm not mistaken, sugarcane farm. Because the glass blocks all the sugarcane, lands inside. This thing picks it all up, which I just realized this is not the right minecart because I need to add a hopper to it. There we go. And now it's fully functional. And technically, it's incredibly scalable as well because, well, I mean, I do have a good bit of observers and hoppers left. I could just build it, not really up, but I could build it wider. I could build a bunch more next to each other because it's actually kind of compact. It's very skinny, but this should do it for now though, because this is the beginning of the world. The only other thing that now I really need is a creeper farm. If I'm going to be building up this creeper farm, one thing I do want to do is build it on this island, perhaps, because I want it to be Creeper Island, you know, have a little theme over here. Maybe let the creepers run around open range, you know, which it's not too far away from home, so we should be fine. Maybe it'll run. Maybe it's make-believe. One thing I hate is when farms are too far away and then they don't get to run unless you're close by, and then I got AFK. Then again, if you have them all too close together, then it starts lagging. I've been there several times. Regardless, for this creeper farm, one of the most important things that I'm gonna need a lot of, unfortunately, is stone. Cobblestone, stone brick, just a lot of rocks. Don't matter, because this is gonna be a tall creeper. Oh man. Okay, yeah, this is gonna take way too long. I'm tired of mining stone like this. I need a beacon. Like, I really need one. Which, if I'm gonna make one, the likely one to get would... Ow. The likely one to make would be iron, because we do got an iron farm, but I kind of did use all of our iron building that up and then making an accidental excess amount of pistons. So what I'm gonna do is hopefully find a cave. I could be able to mine up tons of iron while the iron farm's also going. So I'd like to make a full-size beacon, get that haste too. We must go deeper. Maybe not. It's a dead end. Okay, we go back. And now we shall get to mining tons of iron in a 3, a 2. All right, and with all that mining out of excuse me, with all that mining out of the way though, we should have plenty of iron. So I'm gonna drop all this into the auto smelter. I just got to think about where I want to build this thing, because I was thinking about putting it in the base, but at the same time I don't know if that'll really look good. So I was like, oh snap, bro, I can put it right here. Oh my gosh, this isn't centered to this square. All right, that's a future problem. This is gonna be a storage space later. Maybe next episode. Maybe I just spoiled that. Maybe it's make-believe. I don't know. That's the second time I made that joke this video. Anyways, I'm just gonna put the beacon on top of the hill house. And pretty much the only other thing that I'm gonna need to be able to make this beacon is to pretty much just go get a bunch of wither skulls and then defeat the wither boss. However, I'm not doing that without looting, because when you try to get those wither skulls without looting, it's pain. If this isn't going too well, oh, never mind. I lied. Look at that. Wow. Crispy. With sharpness too? Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Now let's slay a bunch of wither. Except I'm running low on fireworks. Hold on. This is why I'm making this thing. And now this also shouldn't take very long, since our fortress is also inside of a soul sand valley, which means we do have increased spawn rates. However, we know how it goes when you're after those wither skulls. I feel like it's usually the last one. The last one always just takes forever just to get the first. After you get that first one, it feels good. Where are all the withers at? Wow, that's not a wither. Hello, good sir. Let me finish my... Oh my gosh. Use you. All right, wither slaying time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, wait, we got our first one on 17. Our first wither skull. Now, hopefully it won't take much longer.
Day 2.
And now finally, after another dozen withers or so and a lot of swords, we got all the skulls that we're gonna need. All I need now is, well, tiny bit of this. And then now all we need to do is go slay the wither boss so that I can be able to get my nether star. In the end, of course, because we're gonna cheese it and make it as easy as possible, I simply just spawning him down here underneath the end portal and just let him cram to death. Sorry, brother. There's another day at work. There we go. Now that we got our nether star, that means that now we could finally craft up our bacon. Hopefully most of this iron will be done. Okay, yeah, it hasn't really been cooking. We'll be back after this short break. Did you guys know that I'm partnered by G Fuel? Yes, the one and only G Fuel, the delicious best energy drink in the game, period. No sugar. It's delicious. It's clean energy. It's made of vitamins, and it's also 20 to 30% off with code PaulGG at checkout. By the way, just saying, you know, get them sales up, guys. You know, maybe we get a flavor, maybe we get a cup, you know, maybe there's something already in the works. I don't know. And now at long last, we could finally set up our bacon. And when you think about it, you know, Minecraft, it's just one really long side quest, you know, like I went on this side quest just to be able to build a beacon, but then I could be able to get stone faster to be able to then build up a farm. This is the life we live as Minecrafters. Also, this is the most jank way I've ever built a beacon in my life. Look away, I'm sorry. This is just so weird. But now finally, at long last, we could get to mining a ton of does not feel right. Literally just realized I got efficiency 4 and not 5, and that completely defeats the purpose of why I went off and got the beacon and everything. Like 99%. Maybe that'll work. I'll say certain that I don't have any efficiencies, but yeah, that won't work. I need a book, and I just gotta hope for efficiency. And there's another one, so we should be good. I believe if I combine these books, it's not gonna work. I could combine these two to make efficiency 3 on my almost broken pickaxe, and I could combine this efficiency 3 with this one to make another efficiency 4, which then, if I'm correct, I can make efficiency 5. What a really roundabout way of doing that. Also, I healed my pickaxe. And now it's time to mine. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so good. All right, now that should be plenty of stone for this project. The only other things that we need today to be able to actually finally start constructing this creeper is, well, a lot of snow, oddly enough. That's for the farm portion. Now, hopefully I don't sink into any of this. Oh, there it goes. Already sinking. I need, oh, and we're going deeper. I just need regular snow. That's not too much to ask for. Here we go. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Some actual snow. And now we should be in the clear on all the snow. Well, actually, I don't even remember how much I need. I just know it's a lot. Now, the last thing on the grocery list is I need pumpkins. Lots of pumpkins, which we are in the hill country of Minecraft. So usually there is a lot out here. However, I'm not seeing any. Please, Minecraft. Ah, pumpkins. Now, in reality, I probably should just, like, you know, plant some seeds and then get a bunch of these. However, I just, you know, like exploring, living life, and punching sheep. Hey guys, I'm gonna borrow these. Kind of need them for a couple snowman projects. I hope you don't mind. Let's say it's for all the collateral damage that you guys cause on a daily basis. Oops, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, dude, chill, boys, chills. This is a no totem run, guys. Relax. Jeez. And now we should finally be good on pumpkins. Now it's time to finally construct up our giant creeper with our creeper farm inside of the creeper. First, I need to flatten down this little area because this is going to be pretty big, to say the least. Oh, that's not good. Oh, no. My sand island is falling apart. How could you do this to me? There we go. Now, Creeper Island should be big enough and flat enough for us to start construction. Now, in the past, if you've watched my videos for a while, you'd know I have actually built this farm before. And quite frankly, I think it's just... Can I not have invisible blocks, please? Okay, I guess we're rolling with it. But anyways, as I was saying, I do think it quite literally is the best creeper farm right now. And for that, I must have the best in this world. It is the only way. And so I'm pretty much just building this thing off of memory. I hope I don't mess it up. Either way, I'll have a tutorial link down below for the actual instructions on this thing. Wait a minute, something's already not lining up here. Wait. Hold up. I figured it out. I need a block right there. And then now I can be able to finish this off. And essentially this portion of the farm is going to be filled up with water so that it pushes all the creepers down into this hole and into the collection system, which is just hoppers and chests. I got to make sure that I place down a bunch of gates over the hole, pop all of them open, and then essentially just dump some water right here and a whole lot more water. There we go. So it should look a little something like this. So all the creepers will splash and get pushed. And then I got to build up the walls of the little swimming pool. Then I got to build another little fancy square around I'm so focused. Anyways, as I was saying, then I got to place down a bunch of slabs around this. And then now that I think about it, I need a lot of beds. And I skipped that part of the gathering phase. Hold on. It's time to give some haircuts. I need to build an auto sheepinator. I'll never have to give another haircut a day in my life. Oh, who needs to give haircuts when you got all this wool over here? Boys, I'm back for a little borrowing session. Hold on. Okay, stop bullying me. Like, I get it. You don't like me. I stink. All right. I get it. And now we have everything that we're gonna need. So now all I gotta do is place down a bed right there, place down some fences around it, a couple of temporary blocks, and then essentially just make a bunch of snowmen. 16 snowmen to be exact. And with all of our snowmen in place, there we go. Now we got to do a little bit of spawn proofing with some buttons around here and put a bunch of trapdoors. Then the last thing that we need to do is just build out 11 blocks in every direction away from the farm. There we go. And now that we got our outline, all we need to do is essentially fill it in. Then now that we got our gigantic platform all filled in all the way out, all the way around, all I need to do is essentially just a bit of spawn proofing, placing down some slabs 2 blocks apart. And now with all the spawn proofing pretty much out of the way, and we're guaranteed to not have any spoders in this thing, all I need to do is essentially just build a wall all the way around this thing. Then also got to make this wall 2 blocks tall. And now for the final step of this farm, all I need to do is place down a bazillion trapdoors and create essentially a roof on it. You guys pitter patter a little quieter. It's honestly freaking me out. Something about the way it sounds. Footsteps. There we have it. Now we got all the trapdoors all set up. So now essentially this thing is basically completed. All I need to do is slap a layer of cobblestone on top of this. But again, you know, we are building up a creeper, and creepers are tall, which means we need more than just one layer. Like for example, layer number 2, layer 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Now that should be good enough. I mean, I could in reality, yes, build it up even more. However, 1, I'm lazy. 2, honestly, this thing's as OP as it's gonna get. I mean, there kind of is a spawn cap, I believe. And so it's like when you factor in all the caves underneath and then all the creepers that are spawning, let's be honest, am I really gonna get more? Besides, I want to get to the decorating part. And since, like I said, this thing should be good enough. I mean, be honest, if you guys know a better creeper farm, let me know, because then I will literally blow this thing up with all the gunpowder that we get from it. Like I said, on to the fun part. Now it is time to decorate this thing and turn it into a creeper, which is really hard to envision right now. Trust the process. And now the obvious thing for decorating this thing is probably to use concrete, right? I need to look at a creeper. I do think concrete would probably end up being the best, because I could do lime green concrete and then also just like regular dark concrete. Ooh, but then again, we do have wool. Okay, that's gonna be a lot of wool. You know what? Honestly, I could just use both. I could use concrete and wool. So I need to cut a lot of sheepers and also get a ton of gravel in the nether. And also get a bunch of cacti for green dye. Ooh, and then we also got ourselves a jungle biome. Finally, I can get some scaffolding. So I haven't yet. Wait, is that even a jungle biome? It's, well, I mean, there's a bamboo, so I guess this counts. I want to make scaffolding so bad. Building things in Minecraft without it is pain. And then now I could finally start working on crafting up all of this concrete. Then all I need to do is turn all this concrete powder into actual concrete, which I could pretty much do in the cobblestone generator. All I need to do is is place down blocks and then mine them down, right? This feels right, I think, because I could just build its own standalone machine, which would just basically be the same thing, but all I got to do is get rid of the lava on top. I might as well just use the cobblestone one. And now, yes, I know I could just dump the water after I build it. Creepers are pretty square anyways. It's just that I want some parts to be powder and I want some parts to not be powder. And again, I could just break the parts that I don't want to be powder and leave the parts I do. You know what? We're doing that. Finally, at long last, it is time to build a gargantuan creeper. Now, I'm still not entirely certain how I'm building this. I'm gonna start off by doing an outline real quick and see how that goes. Gotta start off by doing a little bit of black for his toe beans. There we go. Now I'm thinking that should be good enough on both sides for his little toes. Probably do it about 3 blocks tall, and then we'll transition it to green. So basically now all I need to do is the outline for the creeper himself, which the primary color of this creeper is definitely going to be the lime green over the regular green. So I'm gonna just basically create the outline of lime green. Okay, so as I'm doing this outline and, like, you know, shaping out the feet and everything, and I got the toe beans all set up, trying to make it as centered as possible, you know, make everything all even, I realized I built the farm just like a little too low. Because it's like this entire bottom row, the entire bottom row is going to be sticking out, and it's just going to look terrible. I mean, I could just cover it with more green. No, that's just going to be really ugly. I might have to get rid of the bottom row, but I'll do that after we build the creeper, and then we'll know for sure how much is actually sticking out. But it's painful to think about having to get rid of this bottom row, because building these things is kind of tedious. Because now the only way that I can really fix this is by building the creeper's torso here instead of 1 block higher than the feet, which this might look stupid. And finally, we have the entire outline all set up and prepped and ready. I think the shape looks pretty good, looks pretty accurate. I do like the shape of the head. I like that creepers just have this like big fat head on these like skinny bodies. The feet are a little small, just a little. What I might do is dig it down into the water, and then it'll kind of look like he's a part of the land probably. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do that. But now it's officially time to fill the entire creeper in, and then we'll figure out afterwards if we got to chop off this bottom layer. But I think we're good because I created that line. I think it'll be fine. You know what? I'm gonna make sure it's fine. But now let's begin filling this in. And now finally, after many of concrete later, we have our gigantic creeper. And honestly, I hate to say it, he's kind of cuter than he is, you know, like scary creeper. I feel like it turned out to have like baby face for some reason. Just looking at it. Oh my gosh, this is just one of those builds, man. This is just one of those builds that it's like so close to being like exactly what I wanted it to look like, but not quite there. You know, it's just close enough. Now, the only thing really left that I want to do is essentially just do a little bit of decoration on it. Like, you know, adding a bunch of different flavors of green or white wool and stuff like creepers do. Just look at that face. That face needs to be decorated. There we go. Now that looks a little I'm not really good at doing like pixel art and stuff. Maybe I just make him solid green again. But either way, the AFK zone of this farm is also the mouth, by the way, which is kind of the coolest part about this, I'll be honest. Making the mouth a little bit 3-dimensional so that when I'm AFKing for gunpowder, I can just sit up here and do nothing. However, the most important part, the farm itself. Hey, no spilling gunpowder. It's pretty functional, to say the least. I'm glad I didn't sacrifice this bottom layer also, because I think it just would have cut down on the production. And the production is the most important thing, making a really OP farm even more OP. And with this giant creeper farm out of the way, now it's time to begin the next episode and the next challenge, which is to beat every single boss in Minecraft. But before I even do that, what I'm gonna have to do first of all is get some XP, because I realized that XP is miserable. Well, then again, I should probably put mending on all my tools. You know what? There's a lot of things to do today, I'll be honest. We're gonna start with mending. I need to get mending. The only thing I really got mending on is my elytra and my booties. And I mean, as good as it is to have mending on those two things, I need it on everything. Oh, Well, hello, sir. Do you sell mending? No. Do you sell mending? No. Kidding. I already know they don't because I built this underwater city and I haven't really used it yet. This is going to be 100% my trading hall, though. I mean it. First, I get mending. Oh, wait, what? Hello? What? This has never happened. Never happened before. I got it immediately. Well, thank you. Here, this is what I'll do. I'll get a bunch of money from selling potatoes. Yep, there we go. Okay. We're in the clear. I'll get the money real fast. Need to lock in that trade. It's important. I'll get all the sugar cane that I got so I can be able to craft up paper. And then I'll farm up all the potatoes I got over here because honestly, I forgot all about this farm. Like, I haven't touched this farm in forever. It is the forgotten farm. Oh my gosh, look at that creeper. Just sitting outside. It's just so magnificent. Okay, but I also need to get potatoes from our potato farm, which I have not looted this even once since building it, which, yeah, that's about what I expected. But between all these potatoes and all the paper, we should have plenty of money for all the mending books that we're going to need for buying up all of the mending books for my armor and such. I got to take the oasis route. Just so nice and peaceful, you know? Then you get to the end of the nice peaceful tunnel and then wabam, giant creeper. What are you doing out here? Our farmer Joe, I demand money. Lots of money. And now after selling a few potatoes, I got the coin to be able to buy the mending book, lock in that trade, and begin selling paper as well. And finally, with many of mending later, we have all the books that we're gonna need. Now to just upgrade all my tools and armor by adding it on. That should be good to go. Mending on everything. I'm gonna have to get some unbreaking books because I realized that like my axe doesn't have unbreaking and like neither does my sword. I got kind of screwed in a lot of enchantments. And also now I'm already down to level 11. That's unfortunate because I'm probably gonna be doing more enchantments and I need the XP, but that's fine because the next thing on the agenda is to build up an actual XP farm, which I figured I'd probably do an Enderman farm. Everybody loves Enderman farms. Every time I talk about XP farms, everyone's like, Enderman. I'm like, I know. So all we got to do is head on to the end. There we go. Good old Minecraft teleportation. Now, all I'm going to need to do for building up this Enderman farm is that first things first, I need to get all the way down into the void at 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. All right. So firstly, I'm going to drop some lava. Let that pour all the way over slowly. And in the meantime, I can get some ender balls so that I can be able to spawn the endermite. Because what's an enderman farm without endermite? It's not a farm. That much I'll say. And then now all I got to do is drop my water bucket and that'll turn into a nice tower all the way to the void. I guess I could have picked up that lava. All right. Anyways, and now that wait a second, I didn't, I had a shulker box full of leaves I pre-gathered before this I don't have it. Hold on. There we go. And now that we got plenty of leaves, now I'm just going to swim all the way down into the void. Really risking it all. Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, nervous, I'll be honest. Oh no, I goofed. The goofing kind of worked. Okay, we're in the clear. It's important to have these leaves so that endermen don't spawn on it because leaves are a magical block that creatures refuse to step on. Doesn't make sense, I know, but it is what it is. Now, essentially though, all I got to do is bridge all the way out into the void 1,000,000 blocks. And finally, now that we're all out in the boonies, it's time to begin building up our little platform that's going to have the hoppers. There we go. So it should look a little something like this. And I planned on making a little hopper dump system right here into a dropper. Just set up a bunch of hoppers like this. There we go. And I just got to build a little roof above this platform, which I'm going to do it out of leaves so nothing spawns up here. But otherwise, with a collection system pretty much all set up, and since I've built this farm about a bajillion times, how about some spicy B-roll? And now with everything pretty much all set up, we're on to the last part of this, where I gotta sit here and bang my head against a wall with some ender pearls until I get my little friendly... Wait, I did not bring the name tag. Imagine I went through all that, spawned him, and then there's just no name tag. Imagine. Couldn't be me. Definitely not been there before. Alrighty then, and here we go. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Get in there, nerd. I'll see you later. Ow, stop. Chill. No, we don't gotta be hostile. Trust me. Fit in the hole. Okay, maybe I gotta get rid of the blocks. Is there anything? Oh my gosh, now there's an Enderman mad at me. No, this isn't good. Okay, we're just gonna drop him down low. No. Oh my God. Chaos. Oh, this isn't good. No, there's a block down there. And I got an Enderman mad at me. All right, hold on. Let me juice up. Okay, which one of these guys is mad at me? Okay, well, I found you. There we go. And then now just got to get rid of that. There we go. And all these blocks. And we're pretty much all set up. All I need to do is fly on down here where I got a bunch of XP just waiting for me. Oh, I forgot about the pain. It causes so much pain in my ears. Now I get to heal all of my tools. And there we go. We got fully healed tools. We're already back to level 30 in literally minutes. And also, I didn't set up the hopper clock for all the pearls, so that's a problem for future Paul. And now that we got our XP farm all out of the way, all of our tools are all healed up. They're looking juicy. And now it is time for the next thing on the agenda, which the next thing on the agenda is to pretty much just fully netherite out all of my tools and armor. Now, I haven't gotten mining for netherite in quite some time. But all I know is that in the last video, we built up a really OP creeper farm. And when I'm mining for netherite, I'm definitely going to be using TNT. So first things first, I need to take out a bunch of gunpowder. Oh yeah, no, this is, oh. Okay, that's borderline problematic. I don't think I'm gonna have enough sand at home for this, so I'm definitely gonna have to fly out to the desert. There we go. And now it's time to get to work. Now with hopefully plenty of TNT later, I mean, it's a lot, but we need to get some netherite. Now all we gotta do is find a nice little spot to set up shop where I could just blast mine my way all the way through the nether. Honestly, underneath a fortress might not be too bad. I think it's pretty solid underneath. Never mind, it's literally lava. Finding a place to do TNT mining in the nether is the worst part. Gotta kind of punch a hole, and hey, if you ever find that magical spot where you hit literally no lava, now begins the fun part, the really fun part, where I get to just mine out some really long tunnels and place a million TNT. That's not what was supposed to happen. I'm still not even done placing down TNT. I got a lot of tunnel left. Regardless, this has been the most unpleasant tunnel I've ever mined in my life. So I'm just gonna blow up the rest of this TNT real quick. There's literally no way. Can you leave? Don't. There we go. And boom. Uh oh. Now it's time to just clean up all of the netherite and plug up all the lava. I keep saying netherite, but like, I know there's gonna be people upset about it. Like, oh, you say netherite, but it's ancient netherite. Why is there two different things? Iron, raw iron. Netherite? Why not raw netherite? Anyways, with a swish and a flick, and there we go. I tried to get rid of most of the lava using some magic. But I mean, going all the way home to get fire res so that then I can mindlessly plug up all the lava, just so that I can finally reap the rewards and mine up all the ancient debris. And now finally, after mining up all of the ancient debris in our tunnel, we got ourselves a whopping 33 ancient debris. Well, actually, hold on. There we go. 34. Forgot I got one earlier. But now it is time to leave this terrible tunnel that gives me absolute nightmares. And now it's time to just smelt all this down along with what little gold we got. And now to craft up all the netherite scraps and finally add it to, oh, wrong thing. Add it to all my armor. Bada bing, bada boom. Achievement unlocked. That feels weird wearing full netherite again. Feels like I haven't worn this in a long time. But finally, with everything all upgraded to netherite, the only thing that we're really lacking is just a couple enchantments on a few pieces of my gear. Like, for example, my boots, they just got unbreaking. They need to have protection. Protection comes first. And then, you know, I need a little bit of unbreaking on a couple of tools. So I figured what we'll do is just grab a bunch of books, slap them. I don't have lapis. Slap them on an enchantment table. Bada bing, bada bada boom. I mean, sweeping edge, we'll also be needing that for our Enderman farm. I mean, let's be honest. But see, now I'm already low level 30, and this isn't going to work this way because it's going to take too long. So instead, what I'm going to do is craft up a bunch of bookshelves, and I'm going to fly all the way to the end. And instead of doing the enchantments at home, we're going to do the enchantments at the Enderman farm, where I'll be able to save a whole lot more time. So that way we don't got to fly back and forth, and it's just a struggle. Oh, but most importantly, though, I made sure to bring everything for as I was saying, I made sure to bring everything for setting up the dropper system with all the hoppers and everything. So that way I don't got to deal with this mess anymore and throwing out pearls, and it's such a hassle. Now in the future, this is going to be a sticky piston. I forgot that I have not even seen a single slime in this world yet, but that way I'd be able to retract it and etc, etc. What was happening? What doing? Oh, because that was blocked. No, I messed it up, dude. No, is this gonna fall? Don't fall. Please don't fall. Please don't. Okay, well, you guys, you know, we're gonna deal with the pearls for now because I don't feel like flying home. Anyways, back to setting up some bookshelves. I also forgot an enchantment table. All right, and now we are back with everything. So we got our enchantment table all set up, nice and crispy. I know. All I gotta do is not mess up this dropper again because I will cry. Place down like that, and it should be. It's not. It's really not. How do you place this? Please just don't explode. Oh my gosh, no. There's because my inventory is going to fill up with pearls, and then I'm not going to be able to have any room to catch it. That's what's happening. 100%. I hate it here. Wait a second. Why is it going now? Where is it going? Which way are you facing? Oh, you're facing in. Oh, I see how I placed it wrong. Oh, it's like pushing it back. Whoa. Either way, give me it. No. All right. Again, ignoring that. Moving on. XP enchantments. Here we go. All right, and after using all of my lapis lazuli, these are the books that I think will be able to get us as good as armor as I'm gonna get, pretty much, without having to completely scrap it and re-enchant. These boots, sheesh. Oh wait, no, I don't have lapis, I forgot. But anyways, yeah, we got like aqua affinities, all the protection 3s and 4s, feather falling, all the good enchantments are up here, and then all these are like level 1s that I was like, I guess I could really like mix them together if I really need to. The hardest thing to get for some reason was unbreaking, but whenever we did get it, usually it would be like a 3. So although it being rare, it was worth it. I'm gonna just load up on XP so I could combine all the different stuff together. Now I'm gonna start off by grabbing all of my protection books and adding protection onto all of my armor, which I do have fire protection on the pants, which I'll probably just leave because I think it's pretty good to have fire protection. Let's add some protection onto the booties, and let's combine 2 3s, make a 4, and then slap it onto my helmet. This is gonna be way more expensive than I thought. I'm probably gonna take an anvil into the end. However, I'm also gonna add aqua affinity to my helmet as well. So now I got respiration, aqua affinity, protection. Legs got protection, unbreaking, mending. Boots got unbreaking, protection, mending. And then also I need to add feather falling. That's right, we did get feather falling. Because if there's one way I know for a fact I'm gonna die in this world, it's falling. And now our armor's looking good. Like, I'll be completely honest, I wear a chest plate 0.005% of the time in Minecraft. After I get the elytra, it's done. However, I'm also completely out of levels, and I need to craft up another anvil. Mine looks like it's knocking on death's door. And now it's time to rejuice and start upgrading all of our tools. And now finally, everything all loaded up with unbreaking, protection. We got unbreaking, we got efficiency, we got all the sharpness, we got everything that we're gonna need to begin the next part of this video. Out of my way, nerd. Which the next thing that I do want to do is officially slay every single boss in the game. And I'm gonna do it from easiest to hardest, starting with the Elder Guardian, which technically, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I have already slain one. However, we're gonna do it again for the sake of doing it all back to back, fighting every single. Oh my gosh, this is getting a bit zesty in here, to say the least. Hello? I gotta get rid of all these underlings first. I keep forgetting now that I have like respiration, and it's like I can just really hold my breath for a very long time. Okay, so So he still does some good damage, to say the least. To say the least. It hurts. That's my feelings. Yeah, rejuice real quick. Last time I slayed one of these guys, I wasn't doing as much damage either, though. That's something to keep in mind here. Which, honestly, I feel like he's just kind of done in like a hit or two. Yeah, there it goes. that checks out. All right, well, Elder Guardian taken care of. Next up, I want to slay the dragon for the next boss. Now, I do think the dragon is probably the second weakest boss. I think we could all agree on that. But for that, I obviously got to resummon the dragon, which means that I'm going to need some gas tiers, which I do have looting on my sword, so it shouldn't take very long. I just need these guys. Come on over, brother. Yep. Did I get them? Yep, we got 2 right there. Easy, bruh, easy. And there we go. We got plenty of gas tiers. They cried quite a bit. I don't care if they're crying because I'm a bully. But now I could finally craft up the end crystals. And actually, right before I summon the dragon, I remembered I had an infinity book, which I can easily just add to that, which means I'm going to have infinite arrows and this dragon is done. All right, dragon, it's time.
And the battle continues.
There we go. Dragon slain. Deed is done. I definitely did not miss a single arrow. That was cake. Yay, dragon's done. And now with that dragon out of the way, we're on to the Wither boss. Definitely the second strongest boss in the game. Used to be the strongest, but hey, he is been dethroned. He's kind of weak now. Let's be real. First things first, though. Wither skulls. Oh, wow. That's a lot of withers. Hello. All right, this line right here, all the skulls. Literally all the skulls. 100%. Okay, guys, relax. Not all at once. Got a ledge behind me. Yo, chill, boys. Chill. You guys bite a little zesty, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there we go. First skull. Actually, not that bad. And there we go. We got all 3 of the wither skulls that we're gonna need for this. Ow. And now typically whenever I slay the wither, usually I would, you know, I'd cheese him. I'd put him in the underneath the end portal and I'd make him cram in there. However, this time around, we got to do it pretty legit, you know. I mean, I'm still gonna, I guess you could say I'm gonna cheese it. First things first, I need to go down into the caves, preferably all the way down to Deep Slate, where I will then dig a really long tunnel, just like this one. I hope that this is plenty long enough, actually. And it's Deep Slate, which means he's blowing it up slower, right? Like that's how that works. Regardless, it's time to something. Am I ready for this? I know I didn't enchant my chest plate. This is like one of the few times, literally one of the few times I would ever wear a chest plate. I know I said earlier I don't, but hey, whatever. You know, I'm gonna keep to it. I'm not gonna wear the chest plate. And if I die and this is the end of the series because we're doing no totems, is what it is. All I know is this boy's done for, literally done. Oh, you're gonna get through all that Deep Slate? That's a lot of Deep Slate, brother. Also water. Why is that lava? Oh no, I swear I see lava back there. Why is there lava? What kind of cave did you reveal? Okay, his shield's up and it's time to bust those cheeks. Just die already. Die. All right, all in a day's work being a Minecrafter is what it is. Cake. But enough beating around the bush. With the wither out of the way, it is time to begin slaying the final boss. Literally the final boss. Dude, those guys like that raid boss. Defeating a warden sucks. I'll be honest, they're strong. But me, I hope I'm stronger. I mean, we'll find out, right? But first things first, what I want to do is buy a bunch of apples so that I could craft up at least a few golden apples. I mean, yeah, 5. Yeah, that's not too bad. That way, at least, you know, I got some golden hearts. Now, defeating this warden isn't going to be easy, but I have learned a few tricks for defeating the warden when I did my whole surviving 100 days in my 100 days in the ancient city world. So, I mean, you could say kind of a professional. Now, the most challenging part about this is definitely 1000% going to be having to deal with all the blindness, because unfortunately the roof in this place is kind of shallow. Because the strategy that I like is just flying away and shooting at him while I'm in the sky. That's like my favorite thing to do, but unfortunately it doesn't look like we're gonna really be able to do that much of that. But either way, enough talking the talk. Let's walk the walk. Hurry up and summon, stupid. I might as well loot this chest while I'm over here. Nothing really that good. Okay, now it should summon him on the next one. There we go. Oh my gosh, he's pretty close actually. Like I said, the blindness is kind of the hardest part. So I'm gonna stay over here. I'm gonna stay quiet and I'm gonna wait for this blindness to go away. And then I'm gonna start dumping some arrows on him. Brody done. I'm sorry. Like you're gonna run over here and it's gonna be a big mistake because you're gonna have to run another mile. And I'm gonna wait for this blindness. When this is gone, you're done. You're done, kid. Please don't summon it. We're fighting 2. Fighting 2 now. I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous. I can't can't see anything. He sounds kind of close over there. This one's definitely close. Oh no. Yeah, he knows. Where is this guy, dude? I hear him and it's terrifying. Period. It's terrifying hearing this guy. Blindness, please. Oh, there he is. Okay. What's up? Like, what's up, bro? You're just gonna stare me down? Oh, now you're not? Bro thought he could give me the flexecution and stare at me. Little did he know that was a huge mistake because he's literally fighting legless. Look at this. Okay, now I'm whiffing. No, he got one. I was hoping they'd never get another one again because I think that keeps it so that the blindness stays longer. I don't know. I could be wrong. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're done. Like maybe 500 more arrows and you're done. Why do I feel like my bow is going to give out before this guy dies? Like that is the likely scenario right now. I don't know where this guy is. Kind of scary. Where are you in the tunnel? Bro, you're cheesing me. I'm trying to cheese you. Okay. Come on, bro. Every time I think he's going to die, he just doesn't. Gotta keep sending arrows right into his face. I know how much. Oh. Yeah, I knew that was coming. He's done. It's easy. Didn't even panic once. Now let's get these rewards. Anyways, after that, that's pretty much all of the bosses in Minecraft slain by my hand with my upgraded gear, all looking delicious. Except I realized when I went into the nether that I did forget to put on soul speed. However, it's fine. And I guess I could put on swift sneak. While I'm here, I could probably get a book. There we go. That's the reward. And with all the bosses slain, now it's time to begin the next episode, which is building up a gigantic castle with a mob farm inside of it. And not only did I envision this mob farm being in a castle, but I also envisioned it being in the ocean because, well, that's just literally how my brain operates. I literally think of everything and I'm like, put it in water. One day I do want to fully expand out this little villager farm thing, but also I need to build my base one day, which is also going to be in water. I like water. Speaking of, make sure you're hydrated. Now me, I hydrate with G Fuel. It's delicious, scrumptious. And then, oh yeah, you guys aren't supposed to see the shaker cup yet. Now, 9 times out of 10, I always end up building all of my castles and buildings and structures and such things as that out of spruce because, well, I like spruce. It's the best wood. I'm thinking about changing it up because building in the ocean and in the water, you can really get some good color contrast going. So I'm thinking about using acacia wood. Yeah, I know. Probably gonna get some hate for that. Now, my first problem being, I don't know where an acacia forest is in this world. Like, I mean, it's still a new world. We're only like, what, 5 episodes into it, I think? I don't know. Anyways. Aha! Acacia wood. Finally. It's only taken me forever. Now, the only problem with chopping down these trees is I can't just grow like a giant thick tree, like a spruce tree. I'm gonna be here forever and ever. Ah, there we go. A nice barren wasteland. Not a single tree in sight. Wait, hold on a second. It's not acacia wood though. We're good. Now, hopefully this should be plenty of wood for building up the castle that I'm envisioning. And now, like I said, my goal for building up this castle is to build it in the water, but I want it to be like just on the surface because I want like a part of it to go underwater. And then I want it to look castle-y above the water. And then above the water will also be like storage room. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm also going to need like 1,000,000 blocks of dirt. So, let's just go ahead and ruin some more Minecraft terrain. And now essentially all I need to do is create a giant platform just on the water. I just realized how annoying like all of the stupid help is, and I gotta get rid of it to mow the lawn. There we go. Now we should be good to go. All I gotta do is place down 1,000,000 dirt blocks. And now that we got our gigantic platform all set up for this castle, what I'm probably going to start doing is outlining the entire thing. I want it to have that like kind of 4 walls effect, you know, where it's like safe on the inside. But I also want there to be a watchtower portion that'll be much larger and off to the side. I don't know. We'll see what I come up with that. Okay, now this is the outline that I've pretty much come up with, and I've kind of already mapped out like the entrance. There's gonna be 2 of them, one over there, one over here, so that when I fly in from the mountain base, I can be able to easily walk right in. And then the mob farm is essentially gonna be right here in the middle. And so each one of these is gonna be, you know, the towery, castle-y peak thing. I don't know how to, you know, the watchtower type things. Except this one over here is like double the size. It's much bigger. This one, originally I was thinking like making it storage room room, you know, like fill it up with a ton of chests and use that as my storage room until one day I build up my actual storage room. Kind of procrastinating. What you do in Minecraft, you know, it's a fresh world. You got to procrastinate. But each corner basically has its own little watchtower thing, except for the giant one. That one will be special. Now it is pretty much time to just basically build up all the walls, all the windows, and fully assemble this beautiful thing. I really hope it's gonna be beautiful. I mean, we'll see. And now officially the castle is finished being constructed. Now, honestly, this thing kind of turned out really cool. If I'll be completely honest, I normally don't build anything this cool. We have some minor flaws that I realized after finishing it though. And that is, well, I can't really like get up top, like up there. But I did build it so that you could go up here. It's just actually getting up here, you know, is the problem. Got like these pathways that go from one tower to the other. Climb up this little staircase, you go to a taller tower, and then that tower is the same height, and that one's kind of like a dummy tower. I did make it so that you could go inside of each and every single one of them though, and like hang some lanterns. I kind of ran out. Guess we should just probably place a couple torches in the meantime. And now my goal here is that smack dab right in the middle of this thing is going to be the mob farm, all the way in the sky, that is. Now that'll make sense soon, but not right now. I know. I am also even contemplating just moving into this thing because it is really big. You got this nice little doorway which opens up into another room up here, which is all nice and safe up here. Again, you got the downstairs. Originally I was going to make this tower the storage room, the temporary storage room, until we build up our mega base, because I've never in my life built a mega base in Minecraft. And now by that I mean literally a gigantic base. Normally it's like I'll build, you know, a decent sized house and then I'll just, you know, survive in it, but I'm trying to thrive in this world. And that's why I built like a giant castle just to be a mob farm. But until we build up our giant mega ocean base, this is what we got to work with, which actually it's about time we start on the next part, which is the mob farm and also the collection system. I should probably work on the collection system. What I wanted to do is make it so that the collection system goes down into the water. And now that I'm thinking about it, I did realize that this is going to be a very OP mob farm, and it's going to be collecting a lot of items. So I do need to make sure I have a lot of chests and a lot of storage for it. Now my original plan for this is to basically build a glass bubble underneath the water, kind of like we did with the villager trading hall, and just do it completely underwater. And then I got to completely drain it. Then now I can finally set up, oh, wait, hold on. And then now I could set up all the chests, which now that I think about it, I might want to make an auto sorter. There's gonna be a lot of items, like a lot. I want to make sure that there is plenty of storage for all of this. But now with all the storage out of the way, how do I build an auto sorter again? I'm like brain farting so hard because I have to build the auto sorter portion at the very top of the chest, which means I'm going to need a little bit more room. Now for the auto sorting portion, or rather the redstone stuff, essentially what I'm going to have to do is basically like punch a wall right there, I think. Let's see if I could just break it in between. And then I have to put all the redstone stuff back there, which means I'm gonna have to slice off like another little chunk. And now, I mean, this thing's gonna be ugly and no one's really gonna know about it, really, except for you guys. Like, you guys won't call it ugly, right? You guys won't tell on me. Gotta drain it all out. And now we should have plenty of room for all the redstone. All I need to do is place all the comparators on the other side of the hoppers. Then I'll have to place down a bunch of repeaters right here, some blocks on top of them, and then redstone all the way around it, and some torches right underneath the comparators. And hopefully that should be it. And then essentially all I need to do is cover up this entire area with hoppers all the way around it. Which actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if this is gonna work. We'll find out. And then now with all the storage out of the way, my goal here is to pretty much just connect the storage room right here to the bottom of the big tower. Then I could just easily cover up all the hoppers with some carpet and do some decorating and stuff. But like I said, I do want to attach it to kind of like the main big building over here. So firstly, I'm going to replace the floors, and I'll just continue with the stone brick since, I mean, it does got that kind of castle-y energy. Except now that I think about it, I do want to try to make like a spirally staircase that'll go all the way down. I'll make it out of slabs, and this is going to be painfully hard to do, but hey, I think it'll be worth it in the end. I think it'll look beautiful. Also, dolphins, please stop. You're stealing all my stuff. There we go. Now we got our staircase that'll spiral all the way down now into a glass tube that'll lead all the way over here, and you get to admire the ocean, you know? We appreciate the ocean on this channel a lot. And then I got access to all the chests. I might make, like, I don't know, like an escape route, like a flying thing. I don't know, to be able to, like, just, you know, whoop, with the firework. And then now pretty much all that's left for this is to build up the actual mob farm, which I want to build pretty high in the sky. I mean, they did raise the limit in Minecraft to be really high. And on top of that, I don't want it to really be able to be seen. Like, I just want there to just be falling mobs in the courtyard of this castle, you know, just falling down. What's that sound effect? So now let's just climb up a bazillion blocks here. Here, instead of climbing this, let's see if I can actually just land it there. All right, nice. Let's say all the way up to the cloud should be high enough. Now all I need to do is essentially create the little pool section like every mob farm pretty much has, that kind of just funnels them all down into a hole. It also means I could get rid of all the scaffolding, and I guess this is a good test to make sure that all the hoppers work down here. So let's just break that, and then imagine instead of scaffolding, it's mobs. And the only thing is that I realized on my way down here, I didn't actually finish setting up all the redstone stuff because I need to name a bunch of items. So yeah, now it's all going to be stuck in the hoppers, I bet. That's unfortunate. That's fine. We can fix that later. Now all I need to do is basically just create a nice little platform all the way up here. That's 8 blocks wide. That'll funnel all the mobs into the one hole. Then all I got to do is fill it up with some water. And so now all the mobs are going to just get funneled right down into this hole. I completely forgot that I need to make a bunch of gates. Bam, 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 blam, blam, blam. Man. There we go. And the only tough part is I need to get up on top of this gate. Stupid. And now comes the beautiful part where all I need to do is essentially set down a dispenser, go out about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, sure. We'll go out 7 blocks. I feel like it's not 7, but I also feel like it is. So, and essentially fill it all into that like diamond shape. I feel like everyone's kind of built a farm like this before. Am I right? One's in the comments if that is true. We got a bunch of farmers in the comment section. And then essentially just build up a bunch of platforms that look just like this. Now with all the layers all built up, now all I need to do is slap a big ugly roof on top of this thing, so that obviously it'll be dark enough and all the mobs will then spawn. Now I need to do the redstone, starting off by placing down a lever, the comparator, a little bit of dust, and then a bunch of repeaters all the way down. And now just to finish this thing off, I need to fill up a bunch of buckets with water, and then very, very carefully put them in all the dispensers in this entire thing. But also one thing that I forgot, which was actually I need to add observers. I think like that. I hope. Yeah, we'll find out. Essentially, I got to do that on every single level, and it has mobs. So this is gonna be high risk. Needless to say, what's a little danger, you know?
A few moments later.
Danger. No. And now all I should need to do is basically flip this thing on. Then the timer will start. It starts dispensing water. And then now let's make sure real quick. Yep, it starts raining mobs down into there. They go down in the hole. And then lastly, down into the castle. Oh, this is beautiful. It's exactly what I dreamed of. You ever just get a vision in Minecraft and you're just like, yeah, that's what I want to do today, you know? And if I want it to be super OP, I can build like a little AFK spot a little ways up, so that if I'm like, hey, I need some mob parts, or, you know, I need some rotten flesh, I'm trying to get some emerald, you know, a little bit of that coin, then obviously more mobs will spawn the higher I am. So it's free real estate. Oh, Mr. Skelly, no. I guess the only thing is I do need to make the hopper section just like a smidge bigger because they're kind of like just barely missing. Hey guys, it's time to come down. Goodbye. Let's see, can I get down there before them without dying preferably? Oh yeah, beautiful. It's just magnificent. And now pretty much the only thing left to do is just decorate the courtyard a little bit, because right now this is looking terrible, which we all know the best way to decorate things is with a little bit of magic. There we go. Now look at at that beauty. Oh, now it's so much better. Got some nice little pathways. Can easily just, you know, step in the mob rain. Everything's all well lit. Once all the crops are all fully grown, it's going to be beautiful. And with our awesome castle mob farm all finished up, it is officially time to get started on building up a mega base, which I have never done in Minecraft once in my life. Now, most importantly, before we get into building our official mega base, which is going to be in the water. What is that? Oh, that's the PaulGG shaker cup, baby. I transformed a pillager outpost into my shaker cup because I'm officially doing a shaker cup with G Fuel. That's right, guys. Today's video is sponsored by myself as well as G Fuel because I've made my own G Fuel shaker cup, and G Fuel is giving me the opportunity to make my own shaker cup. It's very sleek. It's very minimal. It's very PaulGG is what it is. Whether you guys are drinking G Fuel pre-workout water, whatever you want to even drink out of it. I mean, I'm literally using this as a day-to-day cup now at this point. I got like a bunch of them, and you guys can too. Top link in the description. Buy it. Use code PaulGG at checkout. It's an amazing cup. Use it day-to-day just like me. You'll be a better gamer, I promise. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I am doing some YouTube shorts now officially, where I'm just basically doing random things either in the hardcore world or a Minecraft butt challenge. So you guys should check out my short, and also check out the shaker cup because it is very limited, and want to make sure everyone gets one in time. Back to mega base though, what I plan on doing is building it half underwater, potentially half above water, and also in the shape of a giant circle with maybe a courtyard in the middle. I'm thinking this might be a really good location for it. I don't want it to be too far away from the farms and stuff, but also I want to transform this entire coastline into something. Basically, I just feel like there's a lot of opportunity here. Got some islands, got my giant creeper, got some coastline, got my shaker cup. Regardless though, we are going to need a lot of glass, a probably disgusting amount of glass. Disgusting! Just to be able to make a bunch of windows underwater and stuff, because I mean, it's going to be underwater, you know, it's got to be made out of glass. Let me grab a bunch of gunpowder real quick, and let's craft up a bunch of TNT, and let's set off for the desert. Now, I brought TNT specifically because everyone always comments on my videos saying that, Paul, you should use TNT when you're getting sand because it's way faster. And I'm like, I don't know, my shovel's pretty fast, but I guess not. But also it costs sand to make TNT. So I don't know, in my brain, this doesn't work, but I'm trusting you guys. All right, I'm just gonna start dumping some TNT in the desert, and I'm gonna start blowing it up. Except I just realized I brought no shulker boxes, which means I can't collect any sand. Gotta go back home. Stupid me with my stupid face being all stupid. There we go. Now we should be good to go, and I'm gonna start popping some TNT. Let the chaos commence. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is just chaos. This better work. Okay, maybe it is working. Maybe my audience is right. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe it's Maybelline. I'm also getting stupid sandstone. So with about a stack of TNT, we got ourselves just about 2 shulker boxes. Some of it despawned because I was too slow to get to it. But regardless, sure, this will be my new way of getting sand. And I know a lot of people are like, just build a sand duper, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Destroying the world's kind of fun. Gotta be a little bit cleaner about how I do it. So that way it'll be easier to pick up all of this sand. But regardless though, this should be a perfect way to get all the sand that we're going to need for the base. And now with a bunch of sand later, take this all home finally. Now that I'm finally home, I've also kind of come to the realization that I don't really have much that I could smelt all this sand down with, because I got just a regular furnace auto smelter thing right here, but I need like a mega smelter for all the sand, right? I mean, it's gonna be a big base, so yeah, maybe I should make one of those. There we go. Now all I should need to do is pretty much just load up a chest with a bunch of sand. Look how fast that's going. And then basically just flick that lever, and then now it should be sending them all off. And there we go. What happened to this last one? Oh, it had a rail in it. But there we go. Now everything should be auto smelting, and it should fill up this chest, which is going to fill up too fast. So I should add another one. There we go. Now we should have plenty of storage for all the glass. Wow, that's fast. And then while all that glass is smelting, I'll be basically constructing our base over here in the ocean, and I'm close enough so it's still going to be smelting the entire time. So now I got infinite amount of sand, so long as I continue to refill it while I'm constructing our mega base, which now I figured it's about time. We probably should get to building that. Now my goal for starting out this mega base to make it remotely tolerable is obviously to do the outline. Like, I mean, I've drained like what, 8 ocean monuments now or so, like a lot. So I'm pretty good at draining the ocean. What I want to do is first set a center point for this entire thing, because I'm going to be building 2 gigantic circles, which this should be far enough from land. It might be a little bit close to the island. Maybe go a little bit further, because I want the sea floor to be as even as possible without having to, you know, take away layers or build it flat. And if I get too close to the island, the floor is going to be too high over there. And essentially this will be our very center point. And now I want to build out about maybe 50 blocks in each direction. And there we go. Now we officially have the entire outline of the base. Let me give you the quick little rundown on how this thing is going to go. So this is going to be kind of like the courtyard, I think is what my plan is. Where all this water basically from each one of these corners is going to be drained out entirely. Then I'm going to keep this middle section right here as a fish tank. This is going to be like a little full of water fishy tank. And then right here is going to be the portion that we're going to be able to walk through, live inside of pretty much. Except this side looks a little bit bigger than this side. Maybe I make the outside the fish tank. I don't know. Regardless, now it's time to begin the next phase of this, which is grabbing all the glass that we've been smelting down and pretty much just outlining the entire thing from top to bottom so that then we can eventually drain it all out. So let's just start filling up shulker boxes full of glass. And now as far as like a main entrance for this entire thing goes, it's pretty much just going to be like flying in and out of the center courtyard. So what I'm probably going to start off with is that center courtyard area, since I also know for a fact that, oh, I need silk touch. Since I know for a fact that this is all going to be drained out. Now originally I was thinking about placing sand because, you know, when you drain an ocean monument you usually use a ton of sand, but then I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna have to break the sand and then place down all the glass anyways, so it's like, is it really worth it? I have to place down blocks twice, right? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, regardless, cue the epic B-roll. Oh wait, did somebody say B-roll? By that I actually mean my replay mod kind of stopped working. Actually, it only recorded this one clip of me setting up all the glass underneath the water, and then all the other clips just don't exist. So, and since I know you guys are here for that quality content, I figured I'd just give you the play-by-play exactly what I did in Photoshop. So to start off, you know, I sectioned off different portions of the entire circle because, you know, I need to drain this thing out. You know, it's big sections. Then all of a sudden I noticed that actually this looks like kind of like a basketball, right? Like a little bit of whoosh. Anyways, then I grabbed my sand and I dropped tons and tons of sand all the way down here to really section off every single thing, so that then when I got to get in there with my sponges, I was able to actually drain this thing out. Speaking of sponges, unfortunately in this world I don't really have very many sponges, so I had to go slay some elder guardians, and dang did they get canceled. Then after getting those sponges, I flew all the way back home to start cleaning out the entire base of all of the water in each one of these channels. Except it looks a lot better than this right now. I'll be honest. It looked way better. And alas, it is finally done. The training is now over with. I completely drained out this entire centerpiece, which is like a little bit smaller than I would normally do like an ocean monument. And then I've also drained out the outside ring, except for, well, this part, because it's a cave. And then also I discovered that literally after draining like 99% of this, that the replay mod kind of didn't record all my clips, or at least maybe I recorded too many. All right, maybe it's my fault, maybe it's mine. Anyways, I hope future Paul makes a good joke of it or something. Hate that guy. Anyways, now it is finally time to begin the next couple phases of the base, because the way I want to do this is kind of making it so that there's a roof on top of everything except for this area, because like I said, this area will be the courtyard. As for the rest of the base though, oh, I fell. As for the rest of the base though, being this entire ring essentially, I do have to create it flat level because like there's like hills and stuff like that right here. But for this entire section, I want you guys to kind of create this base with me, and that's why I was saying in the beginning of this video that I want this to be of like a collaborative effort where you guys are also helping design and build this thing, giving tons of suggestions in the comments. Tell me what you guys want to see in the base. Pretty much all I'm gonna do is make it livable, and then we're gonna start working on it together. But to even make it livable, first I gotta get rid of all the stupid mountains and then put in some floors. And now we're completely done with flattening out the entirety of the base. Now, ow, that hurt. No totems. Forgot. No totem run. Need to be careful. Now what I need to do is essentially chop down an entire forest worth of wood because I need to put down a lot of plank. I need them hardwood floors, and yeah, I got like no wood left. Now, ideally, I do want to do oak wood. Usually, I use spruce wood for pretty much everything because spruce wood looks phenomenal. But this time around, I'm gonna change it up. By that, I mean I'm literally just gonna do oak planks for the floor, and then everything else will probably end up being spruce. So let the flooring commence. And there we go. We've completely changed out all of the floors in the entire base. And now with all the floors completely done though, that means that it is time to begin working on the courtyard, because this is also actually very uneven now that I think about it. I was gonna say it's ugly, but now it's ugly and uneven. Sometimes I feel ugly and uneven. Anyways, how's it going, champ? What I want to do is I want to try to make it so that the entrance into the courtyards is basically through a tunnel on the flat sides of the circle. The circles have flat sides in Minecraft. Wow, wait, hold on. I just had a breakthrough right now. But before I even get to putting in some tunnels, we gotta kind of landscape this. We need to terraform this entire thing because we got a giant hill over here and then not a hill over there. And this all needs to be covered in dirt, mind you. So first things first, I need to shovel a ton of this real quick. Hold on, I got poo brain. I just realized I should definitely be building a beacon right now, because a beacon is going to make this 100% way faster. Oh yeah, there we go, because that actually feels the exact same. What the heck? Okay, for shoveling it doesn't make much of a difference, but for mining, oh yeah, now that feels great. There we go. Either way, satisfactions aside, let's just get to covering this entire thing with dirt and grass and making it look pretty and not so ugly. There we go. We've pretty much covered the entire circle in grass and or dirt, one or the other. And I started doing some terraforming, like actually like building up a bit of like slopes and stuff like that. But then I realized it'd probably just be best if I wait, because like I said, I want your guys' opinions. I want to know, what do you guys want to see here? We could put a village here. We could put a forest. We could put every single biome in Minecraft in the center of our base. Kind of sick, actually. Make it like a giant sliced pizza or something. Oh my God, a spider? That is a spider. That scared me, the little face. Regardless, next thing on the agenda is that I want to carve out essentially some tunnels that would be made up of glass that would attach from the inside of the base to this outside portion, so that then I could obviously get through the ocean that's kind of separating us. Oh, wait, I should use silk touch. Not to mention that, I mean, let's be honest, this is going to be kind of a vibey aesthetic to begin with by having these tunnels just chopped right through the center of our base. And then let's just attach it to the other side like so. And I'm not going to stop this until I finish it. I will drown 100%, and I'm not going to get air. Oh, hold on, let me just eat. My regeneration should outpower it, right? Or we should be OP enough. Okay, maybe I'm not. All right, and then now tunnel is complete. Thank goodness, because I will drown and die. Now we just got to suck up all the water. No, stupid sponges, stupid water, stupid Minecraft. I already put the hoe away. I didn't think I was going to need sponges again. I already forgot about this. I'm just going to spam them, get it over with, and voila, there we go. That's pretty much what I want to do. Also, on another side, I'll probably just do it directly across from that one, right? Because I feel like that makes sense. If I'm on this side of the base, I go to this side. But this side's the cave. I hate the cave. Maybe we do it on this side. Whatever's gonna need less work, because we're lazy like that. Maybe during our snack break, it'll all just be done. There we go. Oh, wait, it didn't work. Why does magic? Oh, wait, no, it did work. It just worked on the side that I said I wasn't gonna do it on. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm stupid. I'm just trying to make a joke. Anyways, I decided this side would be cool, because now it looks like a bridge, actually. When I started working on that side, I was like, but the symmetry is gonna get to me, you know? There being a hole on that side and then not on this side, but right right there. Nah. So I decided to make it here, and it's already being test driven by this guy who sells literally nothing because he sucks. Comment down below some ideas. What do we do with the courtyard, guys? Do we build a village? Do I put a gigantic waterfall in the middle and put the beacon on top? Yeah, hear me out, guys. That sounds cool because the beacon's already up there. The only other thing that I really want to do is kind of add some more texture to the base. Like I want to add some pillars along the glass walls. And of course, you can't forget to put a roof on your house. I mean, you don't want to be getting rained on and getting soggy whenever you wake up. There we go. Now that is a roof. Got some nice windows going all the way around it so that then I can easily get some light in the base, because honestly I've built way too many cave-like bases with no windows. And also, this thing is looking a lot better from the top down, I'll be honest. It's really coming together. But with our snazzy roof all out of the way, it is time to head on inside. Because the only thing that I'm really gonna do inside the actual base itself, like I said, because I want you guys to kind of give me some insight, some farms, some setups, I don't know, elevators for the storage room or something like that. So I'm not gonna build too much inside, but what I am gonna build is basically my bedroom and where I'll be sleeping and living, and then maybe the library. Yeah, probably the library. What I want to do is convert one of these flatter sections of the circle, because we already established that there's flat portions of circles now, into the bedroom. So kind of like how our current base has the raised portion of the bed, remix. As I was saying, I want to do something kind of like this. Doesn't look even, because this circle's like, this is my biggest problem with circles in Minecraft, is I mess them up no matter what, but they just look circle enough. But this circle is smaller than this circle, so this will never line up, but I need to make it look like it lines up. I'm the best at hiding my ugly little mistakes. Trust me, I can figure this out. I think I just solved it. It kind of looks nice. No, it still doesn't. This, oh my god. You know what? I've already come up with a new plan. I've solved this. First, let me make the actual platform itself. Nighttime, and I do need to sleep. And the new game plan is to just build one staircase. I kind of want it to be like one of those swoopty looking ones, you know what I mean? There we go, a little something like that. So then it kind of goes up and over, and then this will be our staircase up to basically our bedroom. I'll probably decorate it, add like a little bit of roof where I could have some lighting and stuff like that, because that kind of is the biggest problem with having this ginormous roof. I know, not to brag or anything, but I also do need to replicate that staircase on this side as well, which I definitely will not be able to do. That much I know. So we're just gonna kind of wing it. There we go, just like that. Now we got our staircase that goes up on this side as well as this side. Then what I want to do is just basically lower the floor right here, since this roof is obviously a little short. You know, I'm a tall boy, I need that headroom, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hit my head every time I go down to the library. There we go, a little something like that should do. Now all we need to do is head on over to the old house, the old hobbit hole. Also, actually, I don't even know what I'm going to turn this thing into. We could just leave it as like an ancient ruin, you know? Anyways, then I'm going to take all the bookshelves that I do have currently, which I do need to expand on these because I can't be having this little amount of bookshelves, I'll be honest. It's kind of pathetic. And then let's just set up our bookshelves just like so. And there we go. Like I said, I'll expand on getting more later, but it is what it is. It works for now. I'll just line the entire thing up with bookshelves basically. And actually, now I think I do want to decorate this just a little bit more. There we go. Now that, oh wow, yeah, now that's snazzy. Come on now, you add a little bit of that greenery to the place, a little bit of texture by adding some walls and stairs, and of course we need lighting because this place is literally a mob house. Like the amount of mobs spawning in here is ridiculous. I need to figure out more of like a permanent lighting system in here because yeah, this isn't gonna work, unfortunately, I'll be honest. So actually, comment down below, how should I do the lighting in here? Obviously I could just slap some like, you know, sea lanterns in the walls or in the floors, actually, like shroom lights or something like that. Line the entire thing all the way around. That's a lot of blocks. However, would look cool. But as I've said many times, give me some ideas, guys. What do you want to see built inside the new mega base? But also, don't forget about the PaulGG shaker, guys. I'm pretty sure we're like one of the first Minecraft channels ever to have a G Fuel shaker, which is pretty legendary in and of itself, but also it's a beautiful shaker. So make sure you guys go grab one. Regardless, now that the mega base is all finished up, it is time to start upgrading this thing by taking some of your guys' comments and creating a giant transformed nether portal. We built up our mega base. Well, we kind of started building it, right? Like, it's a giant circle in the ocean with an aquarium and a courtyard. But I asked you guys to comment down below a bunch of different ideas and some things to add on to the base, which actually keep commenting on the video. One, for the YouTube algorithm. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Thanks. Two, because like the cave under my base. Two, because I want some more ideas of what you guys want to see in the base. You know, you want to see all the beacons, you want to see a giant storage unit thing with like an elevator, I don't know, potato salad. Regardless, today, as I said, we are going to be building up a brand new nether portal. Our nether portal, yeah, it's pretty trash, and so what I want to do is transform it, and I want to put it in the middle of this circle, but not just any old portal. To clarify here, I want to build up a gigantic tree, okay, a huge tree. Roots are spreading. I want this place to look like ancient. A lot of you guys were commenting saying make it like jungle themed, make it a village. How about we just do it all? Honestly, how about we just kind of make it look epic? Now, my biggest problem with building this up though is that I'm going to need a lot of wood, like a lot of wood. So first things first, we're gonna have to figure out what wood we want. There's a couple different wood in Minecraft that is a good option. Obviously, there's the classic oak wood. We got spruce, dark oak, and acacia. Nah, we're not gonna do acacia. And obviously birch isn't even on this list, so we're gonna keep it that way because birch is terrible. And now personally, you guys know me, I like spruce. Which actually, for getting the wood, it should be free real estate if we are going with this sprucey boy. Because my goal is to basically just combine a bunch of logs into these type of logs where it's like four-sided log. I don't know how this makes any sense. Anyways, actually, no, I need those. But we obviously do have our giant tree farm right here where we've just been growing up giant trees. So all I really need to do is chop down a bunch of these. First, actually, I need some bone meal. Hold on. Hopefully the last time we'll ever have to use this ugly portal. That's right, I called you ugly. Want to cry about it, stupid idiot? But now let's just real quick grab a bunch of bones for bone meal. Nice. That should be enough bones. And now all we really need to do is just basically set up a tiny beacon. There we go. Now we got haste 2, which means I could chop down these trees even faster. So let's begin the chopping. Pause. Wait a second. Minecraft 1.20 just dropped while I was in the middle of filming this video. Yeah, I'm pretty glad that I spent all that time chopping down those trees now that 1.20 is out because, yeah, no, this is all useless. We just throw all this away. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I still want it. I worked hard for that wood. But regardless, now with 1.20 out, obviously, I gotta do 1.20 stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I love cherry blossoms in real life. They're beautiful. They're scrumptious. And not to mention, it would be so cool because they got some special effects is what I've seen. Also, no Optifine on 1.20 and this glasses. Yeah, that's painful. But as I was saying though, if I'm going to be finding a cherry blossom biome, that means that we're going to have to do some adventuring and explore some areas that we have yet to see. And I also know that it's in a hilly zone, which means we kind of got to go this way. This is like the only hilly area I know of. And so let's let this adventure begin. Oh, here we go. Our very first cherry blossoms. Ooh, oh, it's so actually small. Never mind. It's like it's so beautiful. It's just a really small one. I still want to find like an actual biome. I mean, I guess we can still check out the tree right now, which this is what I wanted to see more than anything is that it drops like these pink flowers. Oh, it's so majestic the way it just like rains down its petals. Then it creates this like little flower thing on the ground that, yep, you're able to just like pick up and plant down. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, that sound. Hold on, listen. It's so different. Here, let's get a bunch of this real quick so I can play around with it. And then, wait, what? When you break... Oh, no, I have silk touch on my axe. That was tripping me out. I was like, how did I just get leaves? But yeah, no, it's silk touch. Yeah, no, it still makes sense. That tracks. Look at this thing. This is a beautiful block. Even the sapling, it looks amazing. Okay, hold on. This has to lead to like an actual biome, right? There's got to be one not that far away. I want to see a beautiful, giant, luscious cherry blossom biome. Cherry Grove or cherry? Yeah, Cherry Grove, I think is what it's called. And if not, then we're just wiping out that puny, tiny, depressing little cherry grove. because I'm gonna need a lot of wood, and then we'll take all the saplings home, I guess. Make our own cherry grove.
The next morning.
All right, here we go. We got a village. Let's ask for some directions. Where's the cherry blossom biome, stupid? Where is it? I see that villager's holding out on me, pointing me back in the direction that I already came. Bring me back to the tiny one. No, I'm just kidding, guys. It was all just a joke. I wish villagers could tell me where I could go. Anyways, I'm just gonna give up on trying to find a big one. If you guys want to see an actual video of me like exploring all the 1.20 stuff, drop a comment down below. And what do you want to see? And also, yeah, no, bees grow on cherry blossoms. I'm taking this. Hey, you know what? I'll take that too. Oh yeah, there's achievements in this game. I haven't gotten achievements in a while. Anyways, let's chop down a bunch of these trees real quick. Also got to make sure I pick up all these saplings as well so that I could create a farm at home. But now, finally, with all that wood chopping out of the way, we are primed, ready, and got the wood to start building up this gigantimous tree. Like I said, my goal here is to build up the biggest tree that I can right here in the center of this entire thing. Maybe put some like ponds and, you know, obviously other trees around it and everything to make it look good. But I do kind of want to do something with like the roots and make it look a little special around the base. It's kind of confusing how I'm even envisioning it, so I'm not even going to bother trying to describe it. I'm also going to convert a good majority of these into the 4-sided logs. And I want to try to build it as centered as possible. I still got the center of the entire circle marked down for our base. So here, what I'll do is I'll build the height, the max height that this tree will be, well, I guess to the bottom of our nether portal. It'll probably maybe be about right there, and then build out the platform in which the nether portal will be on. Actually, I just realized even walking on this log, it sounds different. This is such a special wood. Either way, and so basically now the goal here is to basically just build up a gigantic tree, which I feel like is easier said than done. I feel like making a natural looking tree is actually kind of hard. Either way, let's see if we could get this thing going and figure it all out. There we go. Now it's starting to come together. Pretty much got the half of the front side going right now. I just kind of need to do it to the back also. There we go. So now we got the first side and also the back side, which is it's coming along. I need to kind of fix this archway thing. But I also did just realize, you know, we haven't even hopped in this portal. There could just be a lot of danger on the other side. Let's just give it a look real quick, which, yeah, there's danger. Also, we got that floor spawn near the portal that we've already been to, which this is our portal up here. Did I say the portal that we've been to? No, the fortress. Anyways, yeah, it's still a perfect spawn. In fact, it's actually just easier. Now I'm closer to lava. Sir, you, thank you. But now this thing's coming along. All I really need to do is pretty much finish up, you know, creating the archway and stuff. That's already looking cool. That dark wood with the dark purple, it's already looking good. As I was saying though, you know, I need to start working on obviously getting the branches going, having some a little bit lower than others, and then kind of creating the big poof. You know what I mean? The big poof. I need leaves. I need lots of leaves. Yeah. And so that's exactly what I went and did, was chop down a bunch more of these trees and sheared a bunch more leaves. And oh, this is pain. Oh, good thing I got this G Fuel to help me get through this. And now that we got a bunch of leaves, the next thing that I want to do is essentially start building up a couple of branches. And then oh, we got an intruder, huh? What are you doing on my lands? Anyways, I'll deal with that later. I've never been very good at building up the giant poofy parts of trees, but I think I know what I've been doing wrong. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. There we go. Now we're talking. We're starting to get it together. I'm realizing there's a decent bit of a gap on both of these now that I'm looking at it from a wide POV. So I'm definitely gonna have to fill this in. But what basically my strategy for this was, after I chopped down and got a bunch of leaves, I realized I could literally just like grow saplings. Like, so I just placed down some dirt, grew up a sapling, and it creates this like natural look of like branches, because these trees obviously don't just grow in a straight line. So essentially that's what I basically started doing. doing after placing down half of the leaves that I already sheared away from trees. But yeah, again, I need to kind of fill this in real quick. Oof, gotta be careful flying. No totem run. Gotta be careful. And now with the leaves kind of touched up, now I need to begin the next process, which is pretty much like I want to try to grow the roots to look like they're coming underground and then up and above ground over here and then going through the glass. You know what I mean? So it's kind of interactive with the base itself. So it's like technically the roots would be going down underground right here. Then they'd be coming up above ground right here. So I need to kind of create a gigantic root that would then be going up and into the glass. Make it a little thickness right here. There we go, a little something like that. And then on the inside of the glass, I also need to place down a bunch of these. And I want it to kind of be shaped and angled so that then it's going up and through the wall of the inside of the base as well. This is a very interactive nether portal, by the way. Sometimes I forget that I'm actually just building another portal right now. And like I said, I want it to go through the inside of the base. And this will make sense later. And then go all the way back outside the base and above the water, where I'm also going to be placing down a bunch of the cherry blossom leaves as well. And I'm thinking about in the future adding all the beacons to each corner of the base on top of each one of these little cherry blossom trees. Guys, comment down below. You want to see me build all the beacons? Because that'll be painful. Yeah, I'd put them on top of these little platforms. I'd probably just flatten it out. And then using the inside root system, what I want to do is place down a couple of chains and stuff, and then I'm able to place down a shroom light, so that then we also have some kind of natural looking light as well dangling from the ceiling, which IMO just kind of looks nice. Now that I think about it, I actually kind of just want to add some shroom lights also to the actual branches up there, because then it'll like kind of more glow at night and look more beautiful. But now all I need to do is essentially add one of those roots to each one of these corners, bigger and smaller, and bada bing, bada boom. And there we go. Now we're talking. We got all of our roots all set up. I planted a bunch of new trees. So now this place is really starting to come together. And I'm actually really liking this world already. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm starting to realize that this thing's kind of chonky, you know? Like it doesn't really have that like whoosh tree shape. Like I need to chop down some of these sides a decent bit. Like, I'll be honest, building trees, kind of my biggest weakness. And I got a lot of weaknesses. Most of you guys probably know that already if you've been watching my videos. By that I mean, I just suck at building. Even though you guys comment and gas me up, so I do appreciate that. There we go. Now that's starting to look a little bit better. Now it's got a little bit more of a whoosh to it. You know, slice off a little bit more, but then look at the opposite. Look what I did over here. Terrible. I need you guys to be honest with me. Good or bad build? You know what? In fact, just bully me. I actually don't. I'm fragile. And now I essentially just need to do the same thing to the other side. Now, because it's too flat and too ugly, I guess one way I can also do it is kind of, well, I don't want to add on. I'm trying to make it skinnier. I'm stupid. We'll start chopping all this. This is actually good because this will give me a little bit of wood back for the next thing that I want to do, since we are running a bit low on wood after building this thing. There we go. Now she got that figure, you know what I'm saying, where it's like going whoosh all the way up, like it's not just like fat and straight up, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. It just like the tree didn't have a very tree shape, is the only way I can really put it. But now with how peaceful it's starting to feel, you know, we got these leaves falling down, which actually, why isn't it making the flowers? Isn't it supposed to be making flowers on the ground? Is it because we're at sea level? Anyways, what I do want to do now is actually start using a bit of the planks for the cherry blossom wood. And then what I want to do is build up a house or two, actually, maybe down in this corner right here. Start off by building one real quick. And what I want to do with this house is experiment, first of all, with a little bit of this wood, because the stripped version of this log looks amazing with the regular version of this log, which typically you want to mix, like, you know, actually, yeah, no, the planks are solid, but the stripped version looks really good with the actual regular version of it. I want to do a little bit of experimenting with these logs, building a house, so that then we can have a couple villagers living inside of our courtyard. Now that I just built this thing, I realized it's not really symmetrical, so hold on, let me fix this real quick. There we go. We'll start off with a little something like that. Hey, you know what, let's just try to make all the walls pink real quick. I want this villager living in style. I also got to experiment with the roof a little bit. I'm mixing some slabs along with some stairs. Oh yeah, that's feeling a bit fancy. The only thing is that I do need to mix mix in a little bit of stone. I'm not gonna lie. Like the pink, it's a bit much. It's nice, but it's a bit much. I do kind of like this little like half slab shape thing that I just created. Never done that before in my life. Let me grab some stone brick real quick and just replace the pink logs. Oh, and then now I'm kind of torn actually, because the dark log with the pink log, you know, we're just gonna go pink log for this house. And also got to replace the floors in this thing. But you know what? We already have so many pink logs that it's like, why not, I guess? Actually, it does make a really nice floor color. The doors, unfortunately, I kind of, they're all right. I don't really like the see-through doors in Minecraft, personally. Not the biggest fan of them. And they sound weird. Yeah, it's a little weird. But there we go. Now we got a nice little villager hut. All I need is an actual villager. So, hold on. Let me go find one of those. Ah, we still do have some villagers trapped from when we were transporting them to our underwater trading outpost, which one of you guys need to get out. Get in. No, not both. There we go. And now get in, please. Thank you. Here, you're coming with me. Oh, look at that PaulGG shaker cut back there, dude. That was sick, dude. Now, while I'm transporting this guy on over here, I want you guys comment down below, actually. What's some names that you would like for this villager? I'm thinking, guys, you know, in my old world, I used to name things after subscribers. Now, hear me out. Not saying I'll do it every video, because I will be lazy and I will forget, but maybe some videos. Okay, actually, how am I going to get you down here? So I'm just going to have to, like, waterfall you down somehow. Come on, get up. Go. No, not that way. Dang it, stupid fidget. Okay, I know what I need to do. Where's that boat? Place the boat up there, push you on into it, and send you on your way. There we go. And now, brother, welcome home. It's peaceful. It's beautiful. Occasionally, there's mobs that spawn because I'm way too lazy to torch it up out here. You don't care. You know where you belong. In your windowless house. Hold on 2 seconds. There we go. Now you're living like royalty. Now, the only other thing that I want to do is craft up a few more chains, because I want to craft up some of these hanging signs. Brand new, just added to 1.20. And the only downside to it is that it does require logs. 6 whole logs. You do get 6 signs, so I guess it's not really that bad. It's a sign a log. You can make some really, really cool stuff with this, which actually I should have just probably included this in the actual build. But now I want to slap a name on this right here, you know, so it'll be like XYZ house. You can also just right click now. Comment down a name, please. Plus. There we go. And then we'll name him in the next video. But my goal though is to hang these signs also on the inside of the house, all over the place, to be able to point me in the direction of everything, because this is going to be a huge, obviously, house and everything that we're building everything based on comments down in the comment section, because like I said, this giant tree thing was actually a suggestion. Originally it was going to be to turn the entire thing into jungle, but then, you know, jungle kind of went out the window and, you know, cherry blossom. And finally, with that nether portal transformation out of the way, it is time to build up an iron factory and make a better iron farm. And honestly, building this iron farm couldn't have come at a better time, because our current situation is honestly just a little, I missed the ladder. It's honestly just a little depressing. Our iron farm is tiny. We got one tiny little villager farm up here, and ooh, actually we got a little bit of juicy iron in there right now. As I was saying, it's just one tiny little iron farm. And now I built this up along with a couple starter farms, but yeah, the world's gotten a lot bigger since then, and the builds have gotten a little bit more extreme. And that tiny little iron farm just ain't gonna cut it, because what I do want to build up is a brand new iron factory right here on the coast, and I want to transform this entire coastline into essentially an industrial farming zone. I want to pollute the ocean. It's gonna all just, everything's gonna dump out right into the ocean, and it's gonna be like real life. As I was saying though, iron farm, boom, right there. But first things first, we're gonna need some resources, not chicken eggs. Now, as for resources for building this thing up, I'm definitely going to want a whole lot of spruce wood, because it's going to be like a coastal, oceany factory town type thing. Wait a second. Why am I chopping this down? Hold on. I just remembered in the last video, actually, I already chopped down a lot of spruce. A ton, actually. But then after I chopped down all the trees, Minecraft decided to update to 1.20, which, yeah, I had to do cherry blossom for this build. I mean, come on. Needless to say, we can already check off wood off this list. Plenty of spruce in the pocket. Now, next thing I'm going to want a whole lot of is probably going to be a decent bit of clay, because if it's going to be a factory, obviously it's going to have some bricks. I mean, I'm sure a million people have already seen a Cookie Gods videos. My boy Cookie builds some pretty swanky looking factories. It's just like getting clay is pain. Why is it gonna suck? Make it easier, please. Paul from the future here. Turns out I am a pea-brain, and there is a much easier way of getting bricks, and well, that's actually just villager trades. Now, my new #1 problem is that that I'm going to need a lot of emeralds. And ideally, what I would want to do is probably build like a villager outpost farm type of deal going, because you could get a lot of emeralds that way. Now, the only reason why I'm hesitant is because I'd probably be tempted to use totems. And as most of you guys probably know that are following this series, we are doing a no totem run. I've never done it on hardcore before. Makes it high risk, makes my anxiety high. Needless to say, though, yeah, probably not using totems. Anyways, my only other option is my villager trading hall. Because of the villager trading hall, I could be able to set up tons of Fletchers, do tons of trades for sticks, and get tons of emerald. There we go. Now we should have plenty of emeralds that now I can finally buy up a bunch of bricks. The only problem I'm realizing now is everybody is a Fletcher. I need stonemasons. Guys, I'll be back. I'll bring some potatoes. You guys are it's gonna get hot and heavy down here. I'm back, everyone, and as promised, potatoes all around. I just need some hard workers in here. All right,
The next morning.
there we go. Now we should have plenty of villagers, so that then I can be able to buy up all my bricks and finally spend all this juicy money. Oh, and speaking of money, if you guys got money you're trying to spend, by the way, we got a PaulGG G Fuel Shaker Cup, by the way, just so you guys know. Link down in the description. Pretty special, unique PaulGG. And last but not least, the final thing that we need to gather up for our factory is a lot of stone. I'm just gonna sit here and get some stone. But now finally, with all the resources that we're going to be able to need for building up this factory, at least to the way that I'm envisioning it, it is time to begin construction. By that I mean terraforming the land. Let's get to that. Oh, well, there we go. Perfect, actually. Hopefully this will be big enough for the factory that I'm envisioning. And with all that terraforming though out of the way, we can finally get started on the construction and building up the entire frame of this thing for starters. Now, first things first, what I want to do is essentially build up the platform mixed up with a bunch of different stone. The base of this is going to be stone. There we go. Now we've pretty much set up all the bones for this thing. Obviously, it's still got a little ways to go. It's kind of hard to envision it as is. We got kind of a slope roof going on over here, and then this one's gonna be triangle roof. Regardless, it's all in thicko mode. This thing's big, and I gotta load it up with brick now. There we go. Now we got the entire thing completely filled in with all the bricks that we're going to be using. And now I can actually get to accenting this thing a little bit. But actually, I really should put the roof on this, because the roof is going to be a little bit complicated. We got a rounded roof, and then we got a triangle roof. And kind of blending those, it kind of sucks balls sometimes, I'll be honest. For the slanted roof, my goal here is to have it so that there's glass going all the way across like so. I'm also going to need to cover up all this brick with some slabs as well. Then we get to this part where it's going to be a bit more confusing, and I'm realizing that I didn't quite build this as high as I should have. Let's go ahead and build that up one more block maybe, which means I also need to rebuild this entire thing. But I'm also now realizing that that won't work. This is where I was talking about. Kind of sucks balls sometimes combining these different shaped roofs. It ain't adding up. Looks like I'm pretty much just gonna have to slap a bunch of glass on it like so, and actually this should be able to work. There we go. Now we got our snazzy glass roof over this portion of the entire thing. So then now we need to start working on the triangle roof, which I'm going to continue the mixed stone look all the way up. There we go. Now we got a finished up roof. So we got our rounded glass roof right here, so we can get some sunlight in the building. And then we also got our triangle roof with some smokestacks sticking out the top of them, which I just put a little bit of hay bales on top of a fireplace, so you know the smoky is extra smoky. I don't know, is that still a thing in Minecraft? I thought it was back in the day, so I did it. Regardless, now that the outside structure is pretty much done, other than basically doing decorations, I also still now I actually just realized that we haven't even done the floors. That's a little awkward. Oh, there we go. Nice. That looks much better, actually. Matching the rafters up top, which actually I need to do some lights hanging from those so that we can actually get rid of these stupid torches. But most importantly, I do actually need to build like the farm. Like I realized I got caught up in the structure, having fun building it, and that I haven't even started building the actual farm itself, which I'm still definitely going to need some villagers for this farm, which I think I still got 1 or 2 roaming around over here from back when I set up the tater farm. Oh yeah, look at this guy. Doesn't even know what's going to hit him. Come in with me, buddy. There we go. And then let's just, oh, sorry about that. All right, you're coming with me though. Ah, look at that. Industrial moving in, baby. Ruining the neighborhood. Now, the goal is to transform this entire coastline into basically all these like factories and like a waterfront village type thing where I'm going to have like a docks. It'll look really cool when this thing's all done in the future. Trust me. And it's all going to be right next to the base. So then the farms are going to be chugging along and we'll be mega rich. Easy peasy. Just got to build a staircase all the way up now. And now technically I should be able to just lure him up with a job. Let's just get you out of that boat, buddy, and push you on land. Get over there, stupid. Oh, look at him go. He's so excited. New life ahead of him. No more standing on the side of the water, huh? Where'd you go? Oh, you're my bed? No. I said no go, buddy. Get in the boat. The boat is your bed. And now all I need to do is basically just bring over at least 1 more villager, which I remember there being another one over here. Kind of let them roam, do their own thing. Oh, there's 2 actually. Don't mean to interrupt this conversation, but I'll be taking your friend. All right. Definitely realizing now that I should probably build like a villager breeder farm over here as well. If I'm going to be building a lot of farms and stuff like that, then usually you always need villagers. And I hate transporting these guys. They're so annoying. Here, and I'll park you right next to your friend, and then you guys could look over the fjords happily ever after. And now it is officially time to begin construction though. And my goal here is to basically take the already existing farm, but multiplying it, making it bigger, making it better, more villagers, more power. Because in reality, it's a decent farm and it's an easy farm. It's just that you're able to add a lot to it. Because I mean, yeah, no, this thing's filling up pretty fast still. Just not enough, you know? Just never enough. And so now with that in mind, basically what I'm going to do is customize it a little bit more, make it fit to the new factory, and make it just a little bit better. There we go. Now we got both of the villager pods all set up. So basically what I need to do is just give these villagers some potatoes. Then they'll, oh, wait a second. You better not wake up out here. I'll block it off until they have kids. But my goal here was to break this glass once they have kids. The kids are going to be like, oh my God, other beds. And then they're going to run over here, and then they're going to get trapped over here. And then they're going to grow up, and then I'll have more villagers over here. It'll be easy peasy. But now, while waiting for them to have kids, well, first of all, let me go to sleep because they're not going to do it while they're sleeping. And just like that, they had their first kid. So then now the kid is going to get all excited and want to wander and go on an adventure. And he has nowhere else to go but over there where he's going to be trapped forever. And yeah, but then once I got villagers on both sides, iron golems are going to spawn on top. Water will push them. They'll land down here. Water then will push them into a destroying chamber. Bada bing, bada boom. Once the villagers are done. Maybe we just fast forward to when the villagers are done. And in the meantime, I could just work on making this thing aesthetically pleasing and then also finish up with the water channels. Oh my gosh, while I'm setting this up, we got our first contestant pulling up, just dropped in. The water channels are clearly working totally fine, but I just need to finish setting up the lava, so then the lava will do all the work for me. But first I need to finish up with the stupid chest. There we go. Now that looks much better. Now we got the slaying chamber all set up. So now, so that's illegal. Okay, well, obviously this is a minor flaw in the system that is easily solved by waiting, and he'll just fall in the water. But as we can see, Iron Golem gets pushed all the way to lava. He starts burning up. It's hot in here, baby. Okay, I need to drop the lava down like 1 block now that I'm realizing it. He's not quite touching the lava anymore, and he needs to always touch lava. I'll go ahead and fix that one now. Excuse me, sir. I need you to die. And here we go. Now here's the final test. I had to drop down the lava a decent bit and also move the chest, but it should be fully functional now. With the double iron golem spawner pumping out iron golems, we should be able to get plenty of iron out of this. The only thing left that I really need to do is kind of decorate the outside and cover these blocks, because these blocks are high enough to where iron golems are gonna spawn on them, and I got to do that all the way around. Besides, I need to decorate the outside. It's looking pretty bare still. Anyways, and if I'm going to be doing decorations, panes. I'm definitely gonna have to fill in all of these windows, preferably with blocks, so that the panes aren't gonna leave any sort of room for any iron golems to spawn. I'm trying to be as cautious as I possibly can. I also gotta add like some depth to these windows a little bit, or like texture, you know, filling in these corners, putting some stairs, add some wood on top of it with some trapdoors so that then no iron golems are gonna be able to spawn, but also it just looks scrumptious. It's okay. You don't have to lie to me. I know it looks good. And maybe it looks all right there. Doesn't really look that good. Either way, I'm basically going to do that to each and every single one of these. Oh, it's going to look so much better when I got Optifine. I hate these stupid lines on the glass. I just wish Minecraft would make a special glass or something like that. There we go. Now with all the windows filled in, we add a little bit of texture to the outside instead of it being so squared off in all the corners and everything. A little bit more texture with the wood as well. The only thing that I really want to add is just some more light in here. It is depressing. Yeah, let me get to that. For doing that, what I want to do is basically make kind of like a little bit of a chandelier going down right here with just a few lanterns hanging off of it, and then basically do I wanted to do the same thing, but then it's not gonna be even. OCD is gonna kill me for this one, but hey, committing. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. I mean, they're kind of ugly, but what's a little ugly, you know? And with all the lights and stuff out of the way, the next thing that I do want to do is start actually building up a staircase, or down a staircase rather, towards the water, because like I mentioned before, what I want to do is essentially turn this entire coastline into kind of like the Industrial Revolution. You know, I want to have like a bunch of factories. I want to have a waterfront village right here. It's going to look awesome. It's going to require a lot of docks and a lot of building. But for now, since I did already chop down a ton of trees, I figured why not at least get started on this thing. There we go, with the staircase all finished up, going down into the docks. I want the docks to be kind of raised off the water as well, so that then you could kind of see the old sticky posty thing underneath the water holding it up. Definitely not going all the way to the ground with this. Only you and I will know this. All right, comment section. No need to bring this up. The supports are just for aesthetic. That's okay. And then now I got this nice little dock thing set up. I'll probably expand it outwards more because, like I said, this entire ridgeline is just going to be more buildings. Maybe also built inside of the mountain itself. The next thing I want to do is essentially build out a little bit of a widened platform right here, where we're just going to basically build up a nice little villager house. Nothing too special, you know, a nice little basic house. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to really be living in this thing anyways. I mean, potentially. I mean, once this thing's done, we got a whole village going on over here. My main goal, though, for this house is that I want it to essentially be like a, not a windmill, but a, watermill? Water. Yeah. So what I want to do is just basically create a watermill. Never done this once in my life, by the way. It might turn out dookie. You know what? Yeah, I already goofed. Nice. Go me. Go team. High fives all around. There we go. Now we got our watermill. I keep wanting to say windmill. Our watermill. And you know, it's like I like it, but I kind of don't at the same time. Guys, comment down below. Do I just blow this up with TNT? Keep it a buck with me. Comments, please. Is it ugly? I need to know. I think it looks all right. Not in love with it, though. Regardless, though, the full wide view of this thing is really telling me that this is going to be a really cool project. The entire coastline looking like this is going to look beautiful. Beautiful. And also comment down below some more farms and stuff. My goal with building up this iron farm is because there's an iron golem up there. That's illegal. As I was saying, goal with building up this iron farm was primarily to be able to get a lot of hoppers, because I need to build a gigantic storage system inside the mega base. What I'm thinking is to literally just line this entire wall with chests and then make it go down really far, and just make it a really gigantic thing that I can be able to store every single item in Minecraft in. So comment down below some more of these farms if you guys want to see some. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys smash that like button, hit subscribe, join the PaulGG army, because we all know you should, right? And because I love you. Now go tell your mother you love her, and I will see you guys in the next one.